Adiós mío, papi. No puedo dejar de sentir una especial de manera de usted.
You already know.
Sometimes it's hard to explain how you feel when your troubles are weighing you down. And it's hard to accept that the world has your back when you cry and there's no one around. But it's okay, girl, to take a day, girl, to regroup and to relax your mind. I know your pain, girl. Trust when I say, girl, that tomorrow is gonna be alright. Breathe just breathe. Nobody said it'd be easy. You're working hard to take care of your babies. And the way the world's set up, even when your man gives up, you got to keep it moving on. So it's okay, girl. Take a day, girl, to regroup and to relax your mind. I know your pain, girl. Trust when I say, girl, that tomorrow is gonna be alright. Just breathe. Just breathe. Just breathe. Then lay your troubles down. When you're tired of all the drama, makes me wanna holler, yeah. I know you're tired of stressing with the world on your shoulders. Breathe in, breathe out, let it go. I know you're tired of stressing. I know, yeah. Breathe in, breathe out, let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
Microphone check 1 2 1 2. What up, family? It's your girl JustPatrice, live with JustPatrice, blowradio.com. We are in the building. Shout out to KRS here in Wax Studio, Balance Cocktail Lounge, and of course, Calm Wellness Services for having us in the building today. We are 832 East Locust Street. I happen to be joined by one of the dopest sisters in the world. We're gonna talk about that in a minute. I got a couple other ladies that's on their way down. The link is active. My sisters will be chiming in, and I want to make sure that we all in the building together having a good time. It's March Madness, which means we are celebrating women in all their glory. Baby, listen, me and all of my fupa is having a situation with this what's this called, the rail on a bar. So I'm moving it around like, girl, my belly is like, bitch, quit playing with me. Okay, but so anyway, if you are watching the show, you probably logged on to Facebook. I'm glad to have you join the conversation. If you are listening to the show, of course, blowradio.com, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You could be anywhere, but why would you? Okay, just kidding. Seriously. Thank y'all for hanging out with us. I appreciate it. You might also be watching this on the YouTube channel. So if you are watching YouTube, that is perfect. I'm so glad to have you having us. Don't forget that if you, in fact, you are watching the show and you want to, let me just double check my audio. There we go. If in fact you are watching the show and you want to chime in, of course I'm going to invite you to go ahead and let me get this put this up real quick. Call in area code 414-885-4739. That's area code 414-885-4739. If you are willing to share and open up and talk with us today about some of these amazing topics, I'm going to invite you to do so freely, reminding you to remain respectful and honor one another with that ordinance. Don't forget that if you are on social media and you are chiming into us and all of our goodness today, that you give StreamYard permission to post your name. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to say, "Hey, Facebook user," even though I don't mind doing that. So if you are watching, make sure you say hi. I see y'all chimed in. I appreciate the love. I see y'all chiming in. I see y'all. I'm gonna jump on y'all. Just making sure that all my audio is on deck. Check 1 2. That's what I need to make sure of. And check 1 2. Test 1 2. And now I feel like I got the audio that I am looking for. I got one more spot to check. Oh, look, I got good audio volume over here. That's what I'm talking about. Make sure that I'm broadcasting appropriately. Make sure that y'all can hear me on all of my social media platforms. If you can hear, make sure that you shout out and say hi. Hey, I see all the love and support. I appreciate that. But let me introduce you to my guest, or one of my first guests for today. So you know when I'm in here having sister girl conversation, who I be talking with. Let me see. What is this? Oh, let's go. Oh, she on her way down. I see that. That's what I'm talking about. All right. So look. Hey Lisa, how you doing? Glad to have you join the conversation. Did. So I don't know how do I put this. Like I met the sister like just randomly. It was so great. Like I remember we were connecting regarding some of the wellness products that I have, and she trusted my brand, and then she trusted the results, and I appreciated that. And I think not just from there, but out of general respect for what she does as a professional, as a profession. You know what I mean? Y'all know I like to eat. But general respect for that, aside from the fact she is an absolute doll. And I'm happy to have her in here, my homegirl. Da, 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 da. I love that movie. Da,
Hi,
da.
JustPatrice.
Hey, you. How you
I'm so
doing,
happy
baby?
to be here. I'm
Can I
blessed.
call you chef? Can I
Yes,
say cool? Can I say?
yes, I would love that.
Chef Adaz in the building? Can I call you chef? How you doing, chef?
I'm great.
Excellent. So let's talk a little bit about who you are. Just give them first, last name. Talk about the name of your business, where they can find you, so they get a feel about it. So we got a little bit of celebrating that we doing. So we're gonna
Okay,
celebrate
okay.
on the air. Let's talk about that. So go
Yes,
ahead.
well, I am Ada Rawlings. I am a chef and author. You did find me previously at Prime Social on Sundays, giving you that good brunch. But right now, you could just find me on social media, Instagram, Facebook under Ada Eats.
Mhm. So you're not doing Prime Social no more? Why?
No, well, I just had a baby,
Ah,
and more opportunity is coming, and I have
yeah.
to take time away from cooking so much
Hmm.
and raise this newborn I got at 40 plus years old.
What? What?
Yeah.
So how did you imagine?
I didn't imagine it. It
This
was
like did you imagine like, oh, I'm gonna wait, I'm gonna knock this one out, give me a little 40 something, and then I'm gonna
no, this baby was so unplanned. I call him just a miracle drop. A
the
miracle
miracle
drop.
drop.
Yeah.
Say less. Dude, so how do you okay, so managing what you manage as far as your chef profession, as an author, sharing, your works with people
Mhm.
and traveling and some book signings as well as, training staff, and
Oh
all like
Lord.
all the arms. Like you got time to be mama in too?
Look, my oldest is 22. We
Okay.
start there, and my
Okay.
youngest is about to be 11.
Okay.
So managing that before this baby came was okay. The
Okay.
10-year-old now, he got his little taekwondo after school, babysit on deck. Easy to keep a 10-year-old. Now with a newborn, I have to try to manage this differently all over again.
Okay.
I haven't jumped back out there as of today yet, but coming up, He's going to be a 2-month-old at daycare because I trust God.
Okay. Okay.
And
okay.
I'm going to figure out how it's going to be managed come April 1st.
Hmm.
The first day he goes to daycare on a Friday, and I jump back out there to work. So we'll see. The world will be watching with me. Shout out to
Indeed.
Devon.
That's funny. I'm sure he's gonna love every moment of that. Right now, he is over at Fields Cafe
Oh,
for
okay.
running Fresh Works. I think while his partner is out of town.
That's
So
what's up.
yes, yes, indeed. So
Yeah.
yeah, right. Though we're at Fields Auto, and I think like Waukesha or something. And
Okay.
he's over there running Fresh Works while his partner's out of town. That's so interesting.
So,
Like I mean, I could just be going to be a line cooked in, sir.
hey, you got to do what you got to do.
Listen,
Sometimes it's
I'm not
hard
mad
coming
about
around.
it. So let's just talk about like your amazing energy. We know that the last I'm gonna say 2 years, and it's gonna round it out smooth, have been very trying for you.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of growth, a lot of change, as well as some major leveling up. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Happening in your life, whatever. Um, like, how do you manage to not be the person who's like, y'all heard what happened to Ada? She was running up and down Locust. How do you keep your cool? Is where I'm going with. Like,
You know what?
how do you manage that?
That's a good question. One thing that I just go jump right out there and say I ain't going to waste no time with this one.
Come on now.
I had to start seeing a therapist.
Okay, come on.
Mental state, your mental state of mind, your mindset is very, very important when you dealing in business, relationship, family, and babies.
Mm-hmm.
I just recently lost my mom.
Okay.
She passed away from cancer. Before she passed away from cancer, she did hospice at home at my house. So I
Okay.
had to bring my mother home with me to do hospice, trying to wrap my head around watching my mother slowly lose her life and trying to rebuild her back again. Again, shout out to JustPatrice for her JP elevated that I had to get for my mom to help her with some of the pain it is that she was going through. It was trying for me, and at the same time rubbing her down in oils and then shooting off to work.
Mm-hmm.
Finding out I was pregnant during the process of my mother having hospice at home,
Mm.
it damn near took me out mentally. It honestly did. So I said, you know what? I'm not going to play with my mental health. I'm raising daughters. I'm raising a son. I'm pregnant. I want to be successful. I want my children to be successful.
Right.
I want them to watch me grow and not see that I fold under pressure. Going in a closed room by myself, that's how I maintain. I fold under pressure by myself in a closed room in a closet. I got to keep good energy because if I speak it, it's going to be.
Facts.
So if I speak and say, oh, I'm great, I'm fine, and I jump up and down and smile and laugh, then that's just how the inside of me go be, jumping up and down, smiling and laughing. It's just gonna be like a boomerang effect within me. But honestly, I don't see one therapist, I see two.
Okay.
I felt uncomfortable with my male therapist. I still see him. I said, I'm gonna go see a female therapist. I'm flip-flopping. They
Okay.
don't know. Oops, I hope they ain't watching.
Well, I mean, the whole point is for you to get what you need. They be all right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. Like you got to be
Yeah.
able to get the things that you need and what it is that you need. And first of all, I want to commend you for being so open and forthcoming because I talk all the time about can we get some assistance? Can we get a little bit of therapy around these parts?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? To get us through. Sometimes we need a non-biased ear.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And somebody that's on your side. And when I say on your side, that does not mean somebody is telling you that you are right. Okay, I want to say that one more time. Being on your side is not a cosign to your bullshit. Okay, it just means that I want what's best for you, and I'm going to help you facilitate in that what's in the manner that is best for you. You get what I'm saying? That is what on your side looks like. But to know, hey, look, this is what I need in this moment. This is what I need in this moment. Mm-hmm. Let's make this make sense. So I don't care if you got 5 of them. Yeah. If they're doing the job that you need and for different topics, people switch therapists all the time. Yeah. But the fact that you have one and you recognize in yourself, I want to be the best version of myself for my children at all ages. Definitely. You know what I'm saying? And all the people lives I touch, the people that I'm influencing and that are influenced by, I need to be on deck for that. Definitely. What does that look like? So I commend you double, triple high five for that shit. Yes. Thank you. If they got some referrals, if it's somebody I don't know, I could use some.
I had to jump out there and find one on my own. Mm-hmm. I did reach out to my OBGYN during my pregnancy. Like, look, I need a therapist. They hit me on like a 6-month waiting list. So I just got online and started searching and found one myself because I had to hold myself accountable.
Okay.
So that's like the same with having somebody on your side. You got to be on your own side.
Come on now.
You got that. If you're not on your own side 1st, you ain't got nobody for you. We got friends, yeah, we vent to, talk to. Sometimes your friends don't want to hear everything you're going through or your business. They going through some things too. Sometimes we don't allow our friends to even speak because we're piling on them so much of what we're going through. We don't realize that we're playing on their side too, a therapeutic side or whatever it may be. And sometimes the energy that you bring just venting, talking about what you're going through to a friend, you putting pressure on them as well. Sometimes
Ooh,
they
did you say to be considerate
yes,
of
be
somebody
considerate.
else?
Be considerate of your friend. We
What?
put so much of what we going through on our friends, our sisters, just talking about sisterhood, wine with conversations, but we don't allow that other sister to speak and tell what she's going through. Sometimes she could be so afraid to open up and tell you what she's going through because she's trying to be so strong to help you.
What?
And we forget to even ask her, sis, how you
okay?
doing today?
How you doing? We just call and start dumping.
Call and start dumping. And I ain't gonna lie, it took my sister to reveal that to me. My sister, shout out to her, Cookie Rawlings. She just told
Hey,
me one
Cookie.
day, like, have you ever considered to ask me how I feel or what I'm going through? And I had to stop and sit back and say, damn, I'm so wrapped up in everything I'm going through mentally and emotionally. Girl, I forgot about you. So yeah, sisters, we just need to look at each other, and before we dump what we going through, ask our sister, Patrice, how you doing today?
Girl, let me tell you. I woke up this morning and it started me on. I'm just kidding, y'all. Straight up. So I'm glad to hear you say that. A lot of people will tell me, like, if we have conversation and we're talking, I have a couple of friends that realized that I never say nothing in return. Like, I listen, but I don't often offer up the things that I'm going through, the things in my stuff, whatever the case may be. And they asked me, it's like, why you always so quiet? Why you don't ever say nothing or whatever? And I was just looking like, I was like, look, you don't never give me a chance.
Wow.
Like, seriously, she was like, yeah, I asked you how you doing. I said, you right, you do. You ask me how I'm doing. And then as soon as I start talking, it's, oh yeah, because such and such. I'm like, oh
wow, they cut you off.
And I'm not, and then I go right into, I let them finish and they go into that. And girl, that was having me such and such, such and such. And then we're back on what it is that she needed. Wow. And so I let her, or him, because it happened with my guy friends too. And I let them just have a moment and I just be quiet and I be listening. And I go on and I find another option, another way to build or share or connect. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? And it's so interesting because of that, a lot of people think that they know me, but they don't. A lot of people don't know like all the other parts of me. Yeah. They never get a chance to get to. So I appreciate that. Like to be able to say, you know what I'm saying?
That'd be the dopest part to you.
You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, that'd be the dopest part.
You know, you get all the other parts. Well, you can have this. Go ahead. You go. No, we can go to a show. No problem. Oh, how's it? Oh, mama and them, we doing good. And they just going by themselves. And I be like, yeah.
Wow.
Yep. You so right. Yep.
I was that person.
See,
I was that person that didn't allow my sister to speak. And I apologize to any of my other friends out there that I dumped my baggage on. And I didn't allow you to speak, but like Patrice stated a minute ago, I'm growing, I'm elevating, I'm opening up, and I'm finding out that sis, you're going through something too. So even if we can't help each other, let's just uplift one another.
That's it right there.
That's it. Let me just uplift right you. There. You ain't got to tell me your business about what you're going through, but I intercede on your behalf of whatever it is that you get what you need, whatever it is you're trying to get it from, or that it just come to you freely.
That it come to you freely.
That it come to you freely.
That would be so good. That would be so good. So I'm like, I've been thinking like, I have been in business technically for myself for more than 10 years. I'm gonna just say that.
Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you. I mean, it hasn't always been successful, and I have to say that because people just think that because you start a business, then you doing good. I'm probably more broke ever. You get what I'm saying? Just on the first couple of years of the build anyway, until you figure out the cycles. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? And then if you relaunching constantly something different, that fluctuation and financial growth is
Woo.
offline. So let me just ask you, as a business owner,
Mhm.
like, what, give me some raw truth, give me some reality about what it's like to own your own business. Like, what does that look like?
Oh,
For
my
real though,
God.
not the pretty stuff. I want to know, like, for real.
For real, what it looks like is no sleep at night, just as if like I just had this newborn baby, no sleep. First business I own, restaurant here in Milwaukee. Just because the restaurant open at 11 don't mean I'm there at 11. Literally up at 6 7 a.m. in the morning, just getting stuff ready. You tired, you exhausted, getting the kids ready. Even if you do got a husband at home, because at the time I had a husband at home, getting him together, making sure, yeah, I was the type that fixed husband a lunch or whatever, getting myself dressed, getting to the restaurant about 8 9 o'clock in the morning, making sure everything is clean and food safety and in place, because you never know when a health inspector go walk through the front door.
Facts.
Servicing your customer, having to humble yourself, not being naive or scared. But when you got that customer that walk in, they got an attitude, you got to smile and continue to uplift them in their day, because they want to eat your food and put some money in your pocket. So you got to humble yourself. And no matter what it is you going through at home, or what your finances or what that register look like, humbleness. You got to smile and make their day better with whatever it is you cooking. By the time the restaurant is over, oh my God, you got to clean up. You got to clean it up. Then get home and do the same thing all over again. It's stressful. It's anxiety. It's overhead. Bills on top of bills, not just your at-home bills. We all know what the at-home bills look like. You still got a gas and light bill, energies bill at your place of business. You still got rent there. You still got
I'm sorry, did you say a rent, extra rent?
Extra rent.
Extra utility bill?
Rent. Extra utility.
Like you got two of
extra toilet tissue, dishwashing liquid, laundry detergent.
You got two of them, right?
You got two
of them.
And then you got somebody calling you talking about, can I borrow? You looking like I'm trying to rob Peter to pay Paul.
And that's all in the facts.
And then you want to get mad at me if somebody go apply for a PPP. You got darn right, if the government want to give out some money or do something, whoever want to give me something, I'm going to apply for it. If my business qualify for it,
come on,
then my business is going to get it.
Wait a minute. Let me pause one time, sis. She said, and I quote, if my business qualify.
Yes.
That's, baby, quit playing games with me. Y'all out here just trifling. So grab the other mic from me, mama, real quick. Also joining us, slid through real quick on me after, she tried to front me real hard, but I came. I was gonna hear like, I know y'all can't hear me, but y'all could see me if y'all was watching the show. My homegirl, Miss Pamela's in the building. Listen, I want you to tell me your name, where they can find you on social media, what you're doing, to talk about a little bit about your business, what it is, so we can get into that good conversation. Please use your microphone and hold it close. Make sure it's turned on.
Hi.
Did you turn it on? Push the button up. Stood up. Okay, let's go. They can hear you.
Mic check. We in.
I got you.
Y'all got Pamela Young here from Custom Princeton Designs over at 4711 West Burleigh Street. Where if you dream it, we complete it for you. That's our new slogan. Girls, write that down. My girls is listening at the shop. Hey, y'all.
She said they write it down. Yeah, y'all write that down.
Write that down, because I ain't gonna remember.
Say it again. If you dream it.
If you dream it, we'll create it.
Come on now. Let's go. Y'all got it right there. And that's facts, because I have been a client, a customer of Pam for more than 10 years.
Amen.
And when I need some stuff, like I be needing some stuff, and I be like, look, don't yell at me. She be like, girl. But she be on deck. So she has custom designed my Calm Wellness Services pillows, all of my Ugly Who brand. She helped me get that established and moving, and any of blowradio.com paraphernalia, all this, my JPA elevated tablecloths, like everything that you could think you need that's designed to print. What's that? Did you add embroidery yet?
Embroidery is in a process right now.
So print, all the prints. When I say prints, I mean screen, what's the other? Transfer, digital. So all the things. Okay.
If you dream it, we're gonna complete it.
And she gets it done. You speaking to Miss Sheila? Hey, Miss Sheila. Hey, Miss Lisa. Let me show y'all some love in this building. If you are in the building, make sure you say hi so that I can show y'all some love. Lisa Mueller said, "Hey, Pam, how you doing?
Hey, baby, how you doing?
Look at y'all. Come on now. Show a little love to one another. I see y'all chime in. Make sure y'all say something. Pam.
Yes, ma'am.
What's your favorite stuff to do? Like, what's your favorite design stuff to do to work on?
You know what it is? Every day is new for me, and it's not even a joke. Every day is new for me. So anytime I sit down to do anything for the first time, and it's like every time I do something, it's for the first time because custom printing is different from some other printing that people do.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't use a machine and do printing because when the machine just do the printing, the machine is doing all the work for you. Me, I customly design it. I do use a machine to cut some of the material out, but I also strategically place it and create things for people. You know, so if you come up, so if you tell me something you want, you show me something you want, give me an idea what you want, I'm gonna make your idea come to life on print, some kind of way, either a t-shirt, a jogging suit, a hoodie, whatever you want to put it on, paper. We're gonna do that. That's what we do.
That's facts. And the quality is in the detail and the care that's in the product is very prevalent in all of the stuff. Like, she's like, you can see it and be like, oh, she was on it. I'm talking all my headboard conversation stuff. Look, I can do it. I when all of the stuff that I see, all my print stuff. That's it. You should like seriously.
Put my order in today.
Come
I
on,
can
now.
put my order in right now.
That's all I'm
hold on,
saying.
let me get my
paper.
Look,
Pull
my
your
sister,
stuff out.
Girls,
she
pull the
said,
paper
pull it
out,
out
girls.
right
We're
now.
gonna take this order.
And she like, I know that's right. Come on now, that's what I'm talking about. To be able to do the things that we need to do. And I was just telling a chef earlier that I know so many dope people. Like, it's so crazy coming through that, like, I'm gonna just be honest. I got so socially spoiled for a time that I was bringing my dog to the bar with me. Like, I had my dog in this little pouch, and I was me and my little baby puppy dog in my little bougie people bag, and I was able to get my dog in. And they was like, you know what? Get your ass in here. Put the damn dog up for the people come see us. I was like, thank you. I didn't want to leave him at home.
Favor.
Okay, well, that's what you call it.
Favor.
It was favor for sure. So we're talking about business, and I asked Chef to tell me a little bit about some of the ugly truth, the down and dirty. And I heard you co-signing a little bit on some of that. Like, go and expound a little bit. Like, Fred, you should see the look on this sister's face right now. She be like, the people. Let's talk about it. So what are your when you talk about business, running a business, you know what I mean? Comparatively speaking, what do you think that you go through as a woman that a man would not experience as a business owner in the industry that you are in?
I feel like I have to double explain myself to people all the time.
Okay.
I got some young men that I even trained in this business and taught the game. And people try to tell me what they're doing versus what I'm doing sometimes. And I had to say, you need to ask him where he got his game from. Like, I was co-signing when I came in. I heard you talking about them bills because you do. It ain't. And Patrice was saying it's like you got two. No, you got two rents. You got two light bills, two gas bills, two phone bills.
What she's saying, it's not like that. It's you actually got it. Like, it actually is it.
I can't. I got a family. I can't live in my store. If I could, I'd probably be sleeping in the basement of my store. But I can't do that. I got a whole family, so I can't sleep in the basement of my store. So I got to pay the bills over here and the bills over here. And then sometimes I got to figure out which one I'm gonna pay first.
Can I get a discount?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and then that's what you hear when you always walk in my door, and you can talk to Miss Patrice. She'll tell you, I bet you my prices are below most the average person that's doing what I'm doing, and
Facts.
I can give you the exact same quality or better.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not discrediting nobody else's business or nothing like that. But I'm giving you the exact. I'm just gonna say I'm giving you equal quality of what they can give you, and I know my prices are lower, but I still got people walking the door asking me for a discount.
That is facts.
That's the disrespect right there.
Total.
Look closer, mama. Look closer.
Oh, if that's the disrespect right there. And to piggyback off the question you asked Pam over here, the difference with a man and a woman. Was one thing what I noticed, I have worked under men in the food industry. They don't even cook. I watch people respect them more and ask them for stuff more before they even come to me. And I'm the one preparing your food. It's like they give other people the utmost respect and they look at you like, oh, she just the cook in the kitchen. No, I'm certified, signed, sealed, licensed, and delivered and bonded.
Boom.
Insured and bonded. Went to school for this. Worked hard for this. worked hard and I get no respect, and it's always, oh, such and such charge this much. Okay. It's so many. You got Wonder Bread, you got Sara Lee, you got Great Value. They all sitting on the same damn shelf in the same Walmart or Woodman's. All them breads on a different shelf. It's the quality of which one you're gonna choose.
Exactly.
So you choosing popularity,
Come on.
quantity, or quality? Which one
Right.
are you choosing?
I'm always choosing quality.
Because
Yes, I
I'm
am.
food
Always.
safety
Amen.
certified in so many different areas. I take this thing seriously,
Exactly.
and you gotta respect my money.
Exactly.
You gotta respect my brand. You're
What?
not gonna come to me talking about, oh, I got 100 people and we just want meatballs, mashed potatoes, and string beans. Oh, well, such and such was only charging me $500. That's $5 a plate.
Right.
Well, you can't even go to KFC no more and get nothing for $5 a
That's
plate.
facts.
See, that's
You
all
ain't going to
I'm talking about.
McDonald's to get a number one Big Mac for $5, and you get a drink, soda, and a double burger.
And you're
It's
paying
2
about-
burgers and 3
about
pieces of
$8,
bread.
$8 to $12.
$8, $12 with ice. Ice costs money too.
Come on, are you sure?
Ice
Are
costs
you
money too.
This plastic
Have you ever
bag
bought
that it
water?
costs.
What?
Man.
That plastic bag costs so
Plastic
much.
bag is cost. You understand what I'm
Even
saying?
if you go, if you use water out the faucet, I got to pay for the ice trays.
That's all.
Come on now.
I got to pay
You
for the
gotta-
electricity
come
for the
on
And
now.
3
freezer.
months later, you're gonna get the water bill too.
Exactly.
Come
So
on now.
help me help you, Bill. Help me help you be a customer. People
Mm-hmm.
complain about black businesses this, black businesses that. Let's talk about black customers with black businesses.
Exactly. Exactly.
Black
Ooh, let me
customers
let me
with
get
black
down.
businesses.
Their expectation for us is 10 times more than they
Oh,
are the
God.
average business.
Listen. Did you hear? Let me hold on real quick. She said, "Let's talk about black customers, which means customers who are black, who have black businesses. So black customers with black businesses going into black business.
That part.
That's the people we talking about. You understand? I see y'all Facebook user. They talk about facts, quality. Yikes.
Yes,
The
but they
expectations.
always want to talk about black businesses this, black businesses that. God darn it, we ain't got the same wholesaler Afu John Joe
Hey,
got.
And if just because mine might cost 5 cents more, you're right, because I don't got the same wholesaler as Lang Lu and James Jew and all of them getting together as a family and buying their products and then breaking it down and then selling it to us.
That part.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Did you say a collective bulk purchase and then
Yes.
redistribute
Yes.
to the same
Yes.
dollars?
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Yes, I
well,
did.
look
Pam
at
just
that.
said,
Yes.
I heard her.
Look at
I
that.
had heard
Yes.
Pam.
I've been
Did you hear
looking
that?
for people to help me do that too. You want to do that, sister?
Girl, hell yeah. Why
Okay.
not?
Okay, let's talk
Let's
about
go,
this.
'cause guess what?
Grab a chair over here. You can move the chair around.
Come on right here.
We out in
Don't
here.
be talking low, shaking your
She
head.
like, sneaking up in here. We got microphones, sis.
Yeah. She like, no, not at all. I'm out here.
Yes.
Yeah. Be careful with that. Just grab the chair and bring it this way. Yeah, but we can just move the chair and bring it this way. That would
Come
we can.
on, let's tap
Yeah.
in. Let them all know what's going on. What's your name, sister? I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, do it. That's I'm feeling good now.
I'm feeling good now. I want to know my
Feeling
sister's name because
alright,
she jumped up and
alright,
came over here.
alright. Yep, that's fine. Yep.
Yes.
Amen.
That's what I'm talking about. This is exactly what. That's what I said.
Let me move over.
Look at moving over.
We go collectively
Listen.
do this.
We're gonna collectively get up in here and
Look at they ready right now. They all hyping here now.
I was only supposed to be here for an hour. My girl's gonna jump on me.
They all right. You ain't been here no hour,
I know it
fam.
ain't been no hour. but
That's what I'm saying. You ain't been here no hour. Don't make me. I know what time you walked in. About 5 minutes.
Oh shoot! That was a
Pam,
good
can you
5
pass
minutes.
her your mic real quick?
Yes,
I'm
I
gonna
can.
just real quick. Check this out. So my sister just flew through the building real quick. Yeah, because that's what birds do. Birds fly. You understand what I'm saying? My sister, is that what? Get what? Get it? Who want? Who want the what? Get your who?
Bet it all on
Bet it
black.
all on who?
Bet it all on black.
Oh, that's what better. You out here rocking the brand of the brand of the brand of the brand.
It's all me.
Shout it out to my sister girl is in the building. What's good, mama? Go on and give it to me one time.
The funky, fancy, fly, fatal, fresh, and most importantly, free checking in.
Free Bird is in the building. Shout out to my homegirl Regina Boston Dixon for chiming in. So we are talking about free business ownership, like what it's like in dealing with customers and all the things. Like so,
Yes, she
coming
was
in,
talking some good
she
shit.
was on it. She was
Yes,
on
both
it.
of them actually, but she was talking some good shit.
Let's talk about that. how we all talking about custom designs as a chef, as product curators. You know what I'm saying? As artists, you know what I'm saying? Custom is a thing. Like when you cooking, it's the food is custom. You know what I'm saying? When you laying out detail, custom is a thing. So is am I expected to pay the same cost
Absolutely
for
not.
a standard distribution of product as it was for custom? Like how
Absolutely
do I prep
not.
myself?
Because as the sister was talking about earlier about being a Black business owner as well as creating and serving Black people, it is this overhanging disdain. And it's like, okay, I want to add, do you know that I basically put all this together myself? Yes, I had to purchase some things, but I literally plucked that shit from the air and made it. This is custom, and it don't get no more custom than this.
Right.
So how dare you try to be like, oh, well, you know, if it could, or you should just let me, or my friends who are also business owners have taught me a great deal about operating my business, because they're like, okay, but what are you charging for this? And I'd be like, well, for you, what do you charge for this? And it's given me the confidence to tell other people. And people definitely are looking at me a little different, like, oh, yeah, the price went up because I'm doing different stuff. I'm advancing my craft. And I was losing before, and I'm looking to gain. And if we all trying to keep each other ahead, then let's recycle this wealth. You know what I mean? Like, it's so difficult trying to speak to someone that has, like, I had to ask a young lady the other day, what's your price range? And I almost felt so, but I had to make sure that she understood this is not for free if you want something custom made, because it takes hours. They have watched me, they sit with me on video camera. I sit at the table for 16 hours sometimes making stuff that ain't nobody else gonna be wearing.
Listen.
So fuck you,
listen.
pay me. And that's it.
Facebook user said, I love that. Recycle the wealth. The price is the price. I know y'all saw I posted the thing that said Black business does not mean cheap.
Not at all.
Black business does not mean free.
Free is my name. Not
You
my
get what
price.
I'm saying? She
That's
said
not
free.
my price.
She said free is my name, not my price. Come on now. Your time is valuable, period. Period. And this is what I'm talking about. Being able to understand and have this conversation, you get what I'm saying, about what needs to be happening in this business. You get what I'm saying? Now, and okay, so let's talk about this. What is the difference between offering, and some of you provide a service and some of you provide a product? Okay, and I'm saying that so we're thinking about the difference between service and product, and then I'll give my take on that or whatever. If you were going to quote unquote plug somebody, let's just say that, okay, if that was your thing to do for this moment or this person or whatever, is it less of a loss or a less of a deductible, as you want to put it, whatever the case may be, because it's a choice that you're making, not something that somebody's requiring of you to donate, offer up, exchange product or a service? Which one are you at a loss of more?
For me, I answer that with being a chef. What I'm at loss more of is my time and my labor. Cooking is something, I'm not gonna say something different, but for me, it's something different because I want to make sure that the seasonings is right in your food, that it ain't over seasoned or under seasoned. I want to make sure you ain't got to put salt and pepper on it. So if I'm gonna donate my food to you, I'm donating my time. I'm donating my health, because health is your time, my sleep. You know, I'm donating the labor. I'm giving you a service and a product. It's both for me. It's a product and it's a service because I'm servicing you by cooking for you. And the product that I'm delivering to you is the food. And I want you to enjoy it. And hopefully, while I'm doing that, you return the favor by just at least even promoting me or saying thank you. Some people in this business don't even say thank you. They just take what they go get and they walk out the door. Even when you doing emails with not our color of people businesses, you say thank you in your email.
Right.
Facts.
People do emails and text messages nowadays. They don't even say thank you.
So I'm gonna piggyback off you. I think my time is the thing. You know, saying the time that you take to develop and to create things. that's where I lack at, I think, the most, because I get to thinking about, okay, I paid this for this product, I paid this for this when I'm developing pricing for things, and I often forget to include the time that it takes me to make this, that they're putting this stuff together.
I'm so glad to hear you say that.
I go back and I be like, oh, and I'm a woman of my word. You can ask Patrice. If I tell you this the price, that's the price. I don't go back because I want to be a woman of integrity. But at the same token, I often forget about the time that it takes me to put into this, to do this, because y'all, no, a lot of people don't know that I'm an entrepreneur. I work 7 days a week. You
Seven.
my
7 days a
my
week.
my door might say this time to this time, but even when my door is locked at my store, I'm sometimes there to 12, 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Who doing
working.
that? Who doing that?
I do.
You
Do
know,
you understand who
you
doing
know,
that?
I do.
So and or I got a workspace at home that got just as much work at home as I do at the shop. You know, and then if I'm working at home, that's taken away from my family. So that time I can't get back. That's priceless to me. So at the same token, so when people get the, and you walk in here, you so fancy that you walk in here the day before you need something when you knew for a week that you needed this done, but you want me to jump on top of it, but you don't even want me to pay my regular price, let alone the expedition price. You should ease on back out my damn dough. Like you said, what you say? Fuck me, pay me.
Yeah, fuck you, pay me.
Fuck you, pay
Yeah,
me.
fuck you, pay me. I've actually gotten to the point. You asked me a question. She always does this.
Mhm.
But she said, so do you enjoy doing customs? And then having more conversations. I was like, you know what? We're changing this because every piece that I make is custom because I never make two of the same kind.
Exactly.
I always make one of a kind because I am definitely the type of woman that walks in a space and don't want to see nobody else in my shit.
Exactly.
So I know that there are other people that value that individuality as well as that complete just separation from things,
Mhm.
right? At least, but and then people fashion their outfits around the earrings that I make, which is such a beautiful thing to hear.
Right.
But I guess time is definitely important because
Mhm.
I spend a lot of time
Right.
and I'm a neurotic perfectionist when it comes to because they are so custom.
Right.
So then you become obsessed with
Mhm.
making sure that you're doing it right, making sure that you're curing it well, making sure that you're paying attention, making sure that its durability will hold up because you know that you're not working with the most durable product,
Right.
but you want to make sure that your art is representing you, right?
Okay. Yeah, exactly.
So when it comes to products, I don't mind donation of products. I'm not really out of that much,
Mhm.
especially when it's for a good cause or if it's for some sort of instruction
Mhm.
or even if it's just for a donation.
Right.
I would say that what gets me the most probably is time. In the same respect, to add on to what you're saying, it's not even a segue, it actually couples it. When I make the custom piece and now I have people, they be like, oh, I want you to do something. I want you to do it entirely you. Okay. So that means that you must like my product. So
Exactly.
that means that I'm free to do me, which is all I ever ask, right?
Exactly.
In my life and in my business. Just let me
Amen.
be free to be myself, right?
Right.
But then you start hitting me with the, oh, can you do it this way? Or do you have any other? I will send money back. No,
Mhm.
no, I cannot.
Mhm.
Because now I've already made 2 to 3 different designs of what it is that I think you might like because I am a neurotic perfectionist when it comes to my art.
Exactly.
And entirely different, enveloping the same colors. However, comma, if you telling me, can you add this or if this would or how would it look like, then you don't like my stuff.
Exactly.
In which case, I don't need your support because I'm not going to be sitting here for 2 days trying to figure out what the fuck you want. You
Mm.
should have probably said, can you make it look like this or can you have it like this? In which case, I can still have the freedom to operate within my art and make something good for you.
Exactly.
And it's few and far and in between those
Right.
types of people
Exactly.
because I'll send money back. Like, you know what? I don't think that I can give you what it is that you need from me. But then there are others where, you have a decent clientele. They know what your work is. They know how you operate.
Right.
And they are fine with what it is that you've created. But now that I'm moving into a custom only piece, it's like it's just easier because now people are like, okay, I want that. And I want you to do that with that. Like these are very, very custom and near and dear to me.
Right.
I believe the dope art should be worn by dope art.
Exactly.
So that is what we're doing right now. We're doing all different techniques and all different designs and whatever your pleasure. And when they're gone, they're gone.
Exactly.
When they're gone, they're gone.
And
Shout out to Chef Ada Rollins who just left. Enjoyed this very much. Needed to expand vocally, and these amazing sisters got a bounce 100%. Can't wait to order up from Pam. She getting down. I need a custom glass shirt, something else, just because, just because.
I got you. I got you.
You
Whatever
gotta, you
need.
gotta love that. I'm gonna let y'all. I'm in and I'll continue. Paula, show some love to you. She said, "Is that my
Hey,
freebie?"
sis.
Yes, it is. Yvonne Eccles has chimed
Hey,
in.
Vaughn, I thought you was gonna be here, sucker.
She ain't here yet. She ain't here yet. I see Regina Boston Dixon has chimed in. I'm make sure I'm shouting out everybody. Facebook user is in the building.
Facebook
user. And we are in the building. Also, want to touch base about this drink that I just made that is so delicious, and I can't make another one. I can only make like a half of one. It's so messed up because I used the blue raspberry vodka, which is my favorite. When I'm looking at like sweetness and some pomegranate juice.
I was looking for me a cup.
What do you want me to?
Right, I was like, I
thought you
want,
had me.
I would
Oh, we
like
want a cocktail.
something.
Oh, you want a something?
Yes, I would like
Look
something.
at that. So we're gonna kick off this next phase of conversation. Again, Balance Cocktail Lounge. The first drink is on Calm Wellness Services.
Okay.
So I got you on the first drink.
Okay.
And then if you need a second one, whatever, then the cash bar is open. We're gonna be here for a minute chopping it up.
Okay.
And it's 2:00. So in about the next 15 minutes, I'm gonna order something to eat because I'm gonna need it. And then we go from there. So just a little bit more as we're building. I love this energy about entrepreneurship. We talk about
Right.
black women entrepreneurs. As we are still celebrating not Black History Month, which is last month, but women's history, and understanding who we are and how we come into this. Like, so let's talk about really quick. Did you ever think that you would be this rich? Just kidding. Did you ever think that you was gonna be a business owner? Like, did you like I'm gonna make teas and stuff. I'm gonna be custom down up in this piece when you was
I didn't know exactly what I was gonna do,
Uh-huh.
Patrice, but I'm gonna tell you, I really knew I was gonna be an entrepreneur because I didn't have a problem with working for nobody else because you got to do what you have to do. But I knew it wasn't a comfortable place for me.
Mhm.
I wanted to be able to call my own shots and make my own rules for how I want to do things. So I always knew I was going to be an entrepreneur in some fashion or form. So I knew I was going to do that. I was born with it.
My father knew that I was going to be a business owner, and I resisted with everything I had in me because my father was a business, or well, he doesn't work with his own business anymore, but he oversees a business. But I don't like rules. My name is Freebird. I don't like rules. I don't like restrictions. I don't like rules. I like for things to just move the way they move. But the problem with that is that the counterbalance is that I'm a control freak. So, yep, it doesn't make sense. I don't have to explain myself to nobody. So anyway,
Again and again.
my father knew that I don't like doing what I have to do. You know what I mean? Even in my positions, and I did amazing things, but even in my positions, I still found a way to tailor it, or at least tailor it for my staff to where everyone was working harmoniously. That caused problems with the bureaucracy, with the uppers, with the heads, with the vice presidents and directors. And I was like, yeah, this isn't anything I want to do. But I was always attracted to art. But because I come from a very scholarly family, I thought that they would look down on me if I chose art over education or over politics or over all the affluent things. Insert here for Black people. I was like, I have to be successful, but in the way where it's not art, right? I turned my back on it. I turned my nose up at art. Like, are you for fucking real? Like, I regret it now. I cry sometimes. Like, you really just let your gift just sit idle for so long when that's what you were supposed to do. And much to my chagrin, my family, they were like, we are so glad that you finally decided to do what it is that you are supposed to do. And my friends and my and cohorts, it is so amazing to see you walking in your purpose. I unknowingly went and got a business management master's, not knowing that I was going to use it for myself. I thought I was going to use it for somebody else's company, you know?
Right.
But no, I did not see myself as a business owner. I saw myself as just staying in line and keeping my head down because I thought that's what I needed to do, or at least that's what I saw. But I find that even in looking and watching the people staying in it and keeping their head down, that was not what I rejected it with everything that I had. I wanted to play in the flowers instead. So that's what I decided to do.
Amen.
I think, you know what I'm saying, just trying to figure out. I didn't think I was gonna run no business, just like I ain't ever wanted to own no house until I wanted to own a house. Indeed, indeed. You're welcome. You know what you want to know. I can multitask like
It-
this what I can do right
It
here.
tastes like a
Tell me
icy.
what you want though.
She made it taste
What's
like
the
a
base?
icy, y'all.
It tastes like a little
It
ice.
tastes like a blue
You want
raspberry
some
lemon
pineapple
icy.
juice or pineapple flavor?
Pineapple flavor.
Okay, got you.
Y'all gotta have Trees make this drink. It tastes like blue
You
ice.
so crazy.
If it, ooh, in slushy form.
hmm They make them.
I
didn't-
like
I
that.
thought I was supposed to be on tour doing some things that UV is amazing. Blue raspberry UV. That's what that is with that little splash of lemonade. Get your life. Seriously.
I love it. I
Indeed.
love it.
Good. I never thought that. Like I thought I was supposed to be. I thought I was gonna be in music. Then I got sick, and I couldn't. And I'm like, how much stay in this? So I figured out I was able to get into radio. You get what I'm saying? And so still be able to connect it to the industry that way. But I mean, I remember performing with the band, and we was out doing our thing, and I was like, oh, I can't wait to be, and I should be into massage. And then, you know, the rest of me and my little mannish ways kicked in, and I was like, you know how cold you could be if you could manipulate people's bodies. You know what I'm saying? Like in the profession, that's so then my mind was like, oh, we could. Then I was like, okay, we're touring, we got this other stuff going on, or nothing. And now, all these years later, here I am. Let me just lay out some of the license. Licensed massage therapist.
Yeah.
I got a bartender's license, clearly, which is why I'm at the bar of Balance Cocktail Lounge and have the authority to be here. So I'm trying to shit around these bars. My license is valid. You understand what I'm saying? In addition to that, we have so many other things that I've been involved in. Always helping other people grow their stuff. Always helping somebody
Consulting.
else build that. I've been a consultant. I've been an admin. I've been an executive admin. And I started helping other small businesses years ago. But to be actually here and able to engage in whichever capacity that we are, I never thought that it would be like this. But I can't imagine. Like, I remember a couple of years ago, I was like, I think I'm going to have to go back to work. And I got sick. Like,
Okay.
not because I got something happened to me. I got sick at the thought that I was gonna have to go back to work for somebody else. Like, I became physically ill and unable. It was a crime against
You
humanity.
be crying like you about to get your ass
I
whooped.
don't know what it was. It was awful, and then I had to realize that no, you got to figure out what you need to do to make sure that you keep moving. You get what I'm saying? And that this is, I'm like, I sick. When I say sick, like vomiting, I couldn't eat. I had temperatures, fevers, my blood pressure skyrocketing. They thought I was having TIAs. It was bad. It was bad. They were like, what you about to die? Cause you gotta go to work. Not because I gotta go to work. I get to end. If don't nobody tell you, I works. I do all the
Right.
works. You know what I'm saying? But the thought of having to clock into somebody's clock and losing the freedom that comes with understanding that you got to get all of this stuff done. But when I need to take a breath, I need to take a breath. You get what I'm saying? That type of freedom, that type of openness. Yeah, I couldn't imagine.
I
losing
geeked
that.
myself up a couple of times to think that I was done with this entrepreneur stuff. I'm done. I'm going to get me a job. I ain't finna be stressing out about this business because people don't understand the extra stress that comes with owning a business and having everybody around you. Everybody can give you an idea but can't do nothing. Everybody always say you shoulda, but ain't got nothing they self. But I geek myself up, say I'm going back to work. I'm gonna get this job, da da da. You put my resume together, da 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 da.
I remember you. I was like, girl, bye.
I got my resume right.
She did. She was
But,
like, Trees, you let me know if you know somebody that. I was like, to do what?
Mhm.
Nope.
My
Man.
experience has been so vastly different. Every single time I have that thought about going into companies that just fear, like this is not something my body doesn't respond to it well.
Right.
But what's better, because I can't say what's worse, is that it almost seems like every time I start feeling that without even saying it out loud, I have so many people that love and rally around me. Like,
Mhm.
this is what you're supposed to be doing. This
Okay.
is your purpose. This
Exactly.
is keep doing it. Now we understand that there may be things, but then something else comes through.
Yep.
And it's like, okay, so are you going to stop questioning? Are you going to
Right.
stop doubting that you're
Yeah.
supposed to be doing this?
Mhm.
And I just really want to be in a space where I no longer doubt myself.
Sure, I've been in the position like you just said. I was in when I was in my Milwaukee Mall days. I'm in the Milwaukee Mall day. In the Milwaukee Mall. Yes, I was. Yes, I was proud to be. Um,
That's real
I
life right there, y'all.
I was in my store all week and had one customer. Didn't know what I was gonna be able to do, how I was gonna do it, where it was gonna happen at, and in there all day for a whole week. Come Saturday, bloop, it paid the bills for the weekend the next week.
That's what. But that
one day.
that oh my god, I'm about to break out
Mm.
in my face with pimples all over
I'm
it because of
telling
the
you.
worry that is about to come out from the inside out. Like,
Right.
whoo, okay, I need steady. But you know what? Now I started manifesting. I need a steady man
Okay. Okay.
in the
Alright.
way where you gonna let me be me and you gonna let me do my art and you ain't gonna worry about that next week when I have my pop up that I'm gonna have enough for the next 4 months.
Exactly. Okay.
Long as you get up and do your job every day.
Okay. Hey, man. I'm manifesting with you, girl.
I'm
manifesting with you.
I need somebody
Mm.
responsible. I need somebody that's gonna be like, baby, do you have all
Do
the
you
fun that
hear
you need
her?
to? Because I know the benefit is
For
coming.
us.
But I'm gonna need you. I'm gonna need you to get up. Yeah, I'm gonna need you to go and do what you do every day too. And you could be another grinder. You could be a grinder like me.
Exactly.
But it's gonna have to be a constant recycling. It's gonna be cyclical.
Right.
Like the money. Okay, when you get paid from your entrepreneurship, we got 3 months. I get paid, we got another 3 months. Boom, we set for 6 months. But we both gotta hustle. We both gotta grind.
Exactly.
It ain't that you gotta go and sit behind a desk every day. It's just that you gotta have some grind in you, and it's gotta be secure grind because mine is
Exactly.
secure for me. So I
Exactly.
need you to be secure for you, so that we can be secure for one another. It's so good. It's so good.
I'm about to hook you up.
Okay, she finna hook me up, y'all. I'm scared, y'all.
But I want you to just.
Is that Chipotle pineapple that you just showed me?
It is. It is.
That looked like it might
Put your
taste
finger in
good.
and make it a little wet.
She said, yeah.
Okay, so
yeah.
I got this idea. Just type.
Got me scared still, y'all.
Look at her.
I'm happy y'all
alchemy.
don't see my face. Just look
Watch
at my face.
this alchemy, right?
Oh, Lord.
Check this out. So I got this idea. Pam said she wanted a drink, so I got you. And so I'm sitting here and I'm like, what you want? Pineapple. Okay, pineapple. Okay, so I'm back here. You know, Balance Cocktail Lounge provides the fanciest of the fanciest of the fanciest. So I'm about to put together this ooh wee real quick, and y'all can see it happen while my sister's still having this amazing conversation. Shout out to Keisha Nefer Kiki Powers in the building. Hello, beautiful soul Patrice. Hello, fam. Keisha's also an author. Glad to gotta have you down here one day. Gotta have you down here. Tiffany Miller joined the conversation real quick.
Honey.
What up, Francis Freeberg Morgan? You know you got options to grow. The
I
Brownsville
see
Collective
it. Look at
MKE been
my
ready for
honey.
you. What? Shout out to my homegirl Yvonne
Yes.
Echoes. The homeboy Vontae is in the building. Glad to have you. Hey, cuz Tan by Faye Flores is joining the conversation. It's about to go down. I see y'all in the building. That's what I'm talking about. Say hi so I can say hi back. Shout out again to my homegirl Pamela, Custom Designs and Prints, right? By Custom Prints and Designs by Pamela is in the building. My girl Freedy B does it is in the building. We're having a look. I see you over there. Listen, Braids by Bree happens to be in the building, and she down here getting it in. I'm just saying, she over there working that magic. KRS here in Wax Studio, 832 East Locust Street. We are in the whoa. Come on, Momo. What it do? So we in the building today, hanging out, celebrating March Madness, which is what I call it, as we honor International Women's Month. We are definitely here hanging out and having a good time. I'm about to make this next phase of cocktail for my homegirl Pam here while I'm working out. So y'all pay attention very closely because I'm about to make it do what it do. And we're going to go into this next phase of the conversations. I want to talk about letting go. Okay? Did you
getting hot,
do a full
Trish.
in your face got hot real fast? That's that drink. Did you drink that fast?
Yes, I needed a cocktail.
Oh
You
shit.
see my face?
I'm waiting on. I'm about
I
ready to
needed a
grab
I
yours
got you. Listen, I
because
got you. Just
she
hold
said
on.
let go.
I needed a
happening.
cocktail,
God
yeah.
damn it, Frances.
It's been a long morning. I've been up since 6 and I've been moving since 7:30. I needed this cocktail.
Do you drink tequila?
It's been a long, great morning. Let me
Indeed,
put
indeed.
that
Pam,
put
you
that
drink
context
tequila?
with it. It's
Huh?
been a
Do you
great
drink
morning.
tequila or vodka?
Vodka.
Thank you. I'm glad you didn't say that. And Tam said, "Hey, cousin." So let's talk about that. Okay, so let's be clear. I'm gonna put it out here so the world knows. Y'all can kiss my grits, man. If you don't like what I have to say about this, real quick, okay? I'm not a hoarder, but I don't like throwing shit away.
Me neither.
Okay, I'm just keeping it 100. Like I don't like that, and unfortunately
I
that
relate. I relate.
that includes people. However, on the 2022, some of that has changed, but I understand what it's like. Like I like to hold on to memories. I like to hold on to things that make me feel good, and the parts of them, and sometimes those moments are more important for me and to me than the part that understands that even though the right now moment feels good, like the undercurrent is like ripping me apart.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? Bobby Drake said, "To the head, free." That's what she doing. She listen. She
She took it to the head, cuz she took it to the
Damn it,
head.
Frances. The views and opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily though.
That is a testament to this dope ass drink that you
Thank
made.
you.
me.
I'm glad you made it. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Face red as shit, y'all.
It's as hell. So dig this. With that being the case, I understand that, even though something feel good, like I might be being torn, my undercurrent. The undercurrent is wearing me down and breaking me. So I'm thinking I'm good up top because I don't see no drama, but the undercurrent of pushing all the reality down into where it don't belong and hiding and pretend that I'm good when I'm not. And I know better of the stuff I'm supposed to let go, but I don't. It's killing me. It's killing me softly. And then when I finally realize it's too late, like I'm completely depleted and I'm worn from both sides because of the actual pressure of it and then the undercurrent that I was ignoring. So with all that to be said, I'm put that out there to people know that I don't think I'm above it. I lose my shits. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, how do you? Okay, let's talk. We said letting go. Let's talk about relationship part of it first, and then we'll talk about customers and things like that. But from a relationship perspective, when you know that he ain't it, and we still like why? What? Don't look at me like that. You should see their face. There's be no fighting over here, fam. I need y'all to have something to talk about while I'm making this bomb drink. Where you going? Oh, this ain't gonna get on no bitch. She like, that's her
You
cue.
running?
Come on in here. She like, goodbye. That's my cue. I'm out. What do you do in that time, in that moment? Get back here. Get back here. Go on and had you a seat. How do you say, you know what? I know what I need to do. Like, what is that? Let's talk. Walk me through that. We just being transparent. They can't even see you.
I'm gonna walk you through that.
Come on.
And I'm gonna make it easy. It's gonna be a short film.
This ain't no
short film.
A short film, you know how the scary movie's going. The girl fall down, then she get up and run. It's like I can't do all that. I'll be like, get on out of here, monster, because I can't do it. I have a very low tolerance for a lot of things, and when I know that the vibe ain't right in that situation, especially relationship wise, I just don't have a lot of energy. I spent a lot of time as a younger person dealing with certain things, but I've always had a very low tolerance. It's like I set mental clocks inside my head when I'm dealing with situations. When I realize something ain't right, or I think something, I get a little funny feeling about stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I set mental time clocks in my head, and at the end of that mental time clock, if something ain't changed or ain't nothing went boom and made it right, I'm done with that situation. That situation, I'm gone. I
Make
run.
sure the mic is close.
I run. So I don't have no problems with that situation. I just don't have a mental tolerance for a lot of
When is your birthday?
Nothing. February the
'Cause you
20th.
know, show about to ask
That's
her.
where I'm going right now.
You a
February.
Pisces.
February 20th.
There we
So
go.
she's a Pisces.
Mhm.
February 20. Free, what's your take on that?
You know, it's really great because this is the season that I'm in my life. Very similar to Patrice. I am a collector, but I'm also a keeper. And it's those memories, it's those really good memories that establish the loyalty that you dedicate to someone, but it doesn't sustain it. And I'm reminded of being that young lady that was weird and trying to fit in. So I felt like I needed to be something that I wasn't in order to fit in so that I could be liked.
Oh.
And love was rewarded, not granted.
Okay.
And it was contingent upon my performance and whether or not I received it.
Oh.
So right now I'm dealing with just understanding where I belong and trying to not fit in, because when you fit in, um, you are altering yourself to be something like everyone else in order to fit in. And as much as I have tried to fit in, I cannot fit in. So I'm trying currently to surround myself with people that make me feel okay with just fitting in. Like I find my place and I belong there. You know what I mean? Or I'm not sorry, not fitting in, belonging. I found where I belong, and I'm tending to gravitate more towards the places that I belong
Okay.
rather than the places where I'm made to fit in.
Okay.
And I say that to say, in relationships with men, in relationships with women, in friendships, in familial relationships, I am getting much better at understanding when the journey is over and no longer holding the loyalty of that past experience or that relationship anymore. And just knowing that it's time for me to pull away. Now, in other cases, people that I don't really have that type of love or loyalty to, I have absolutely no problem cutting off. I have absolutely no problem turning away from. I have absolutely no problem wishing them peace to their journey. But when it comes to the people that I love, that I have sworn my love and loyalty to, that have hurt me many times, that have said things to me many times, and I actually put a stat up last week. I said, I have people that I feel like tolerate me, and I don't even know if you really even like me that much. Like, do you love me because they love me, or do you love me because you love me? Because when we're alone, you don't really love me very much. You know what I mean?
Think we're alone.
Right. Like you don't love me.
That's
Like you don't even
deep. That's
fucking like
deep.
me with the way
Right.
that you speak to me. Right. So
Right.
it's like I'm getting much better at accepting that the time is done and it's
Right.
time for me to move on, because it festers and it creates this anxietal. I'm already nuts when it comes to certain things, right? Like I don't need anything
I get
extra,
that.
right? Like I don't need shit extra added, right, to this sacral wound that I'm trying to heal. Like I don't need shit else added to this middle where I need to heal that feminine energy. So it's like, you know what? Every day it gets a little bit easier to say, fuck you, I don't have to be around you. Fuck you, I don't have to do that. Fuck you, I don't have to listen to you. Because generally, if it was someone that I wouldn't want to hurt, I would do it in a very passive aggressive way, right? But now I'm being empowered and strengthened to just say up front and not care afterwards. Like,
Okay.
this is hurting me. And maybe you don't think that it's hurting me, but it's hurting me. And I don't want to do it anymore. And guess what? I don't fucking have to do it anymore.
You don't.
And that's relationships too. And like that mental timeline as it relates to romantic relationships, I had a boo. I was impressed with the fact that he was like, I want you to be my boo. And I was like, oh, you don't hear that often, especially with women as we get older. So I was impressed with the fact that he wanted to commit, but he wasn't booish after we committed. So I was like, oh no, I'm gonna talk to you a couple times and I'm gonna tell you what I don't like, because I have a right to do that, absolutely. And I'm not gonna twist and conform myself into what it is that you like, because I've done that far too fucking long. So I'm gonna tell you one time and I'm gonna tell you two times, and then I'm gonna leave your ass alone. And I left his ass alone. And he was like, he sent me a message, I think, to the month of the day where
Hold this.
where I said, I don't know if I'll be able to continue this journey. And he was like, oh, okay. And then he contacted me like, I miss you. Do you miss me? Absolutely not. But I thoroughly enjoyed meeting you. And I hope that you find love. Because
And I
fuck
hope
you.
that you find love.
Because fuck you. I'm not gonna deal with that shit because
Thank
you're
you very
gonna
much,
require
Mama.
that I do much more than I wish. And I don't want to do that shit no more.
Thank you so much. Thank
So
you.
what do we say in the first month? The feminine energy and operating in it, it looks a lot like it's above me now. My feminine
It's
energy is
above
just
me
above me now.
now.
It's above me now.
It's above
I am a fucking princess. And if you don't treat me like one, I'm leaving your ass alone because I'm a
Leave.
fucking princess. So
Look at that.
that's it.
Y'all see that?
Okay, princess.
You see that? You see him? You
Right?
see
Like
him?
that's it.
Respect
That's just
her.
it, right? That's just it. You know, when you find yourself in a position where you have been what somebody else wanted far too. Oh, did you see the way she tossed it in there? She was like, boom. She did the salt. She
Let me
did
see,
the
let me
salt
see.
on you.
What?
She
Wait,
liked
wait,
it.
what? Huh?
She likes it.
Let me get along. Let me go and get a picture.
Right, you got to do the.
That's what I'm talking
I
about.
love it.
And scene.
Yes, that looks.
Now
like
catch her
it's
posting that
tasty.
picture of me. I'm gonna have to get her.
I'm just gonna share it with the owner. Just share it with the owner. So Yvonne Echo said, I used to have a hard time. Let me just share this so I can read it at the same time. With letting go because of some abandonment issues, but in healing that area of my life, I'm learning to let go of what doesn't serve my highest good.
Yes, ma'am.
Tiffany Miller says, you belong here just as you are. Fuck fitting in. You are loved. Receive
Yes,
that.
ma'am. And Tiffany, she mean that shit. Tiffany has had my back since the fucking began. I had to give her a hug and cry the other day. I was like, you have always fucking supported me. That is my home girl. You hear me?
Indeed. Tan by Faith Flores said, as I'm getting older, I tend to let go a lot faster. When I was younger, it was hard to let go of people, always looking for the good in people. But life's journey has taught me that not everyone doesn't deserve to be in my life or a part of my journey. So chop chop.
Yes.
Everett Gransberry said, we as men should not bring anything to the table that we didn't intend to keep doing.
Yes, sir.
Tiffany said, love y'all. Hey,
Yes,
mama.
sir.
Hey. And greetings, Everett. Greetings. He said, greetings to you well, sisters. So, dude, just the whole, you going to sit in the corner like you're not here? I can't announce you or nothing. You're not going to say hi, come in, nothing. I mean,
Shimmy.
so you only talking to us? You're not going to talk to people online? You did. That's what the microphones are for.
Right. We can.
Can you just grab a mic, fam? Just grab a mic. Shout out to my home girl. Let me tell you,
I like them earrings.
from before of the before. Okay, like when I launched JPA Elevated, I had like a handful of customers, but I had some like loyal folks on my team that was like, "No, this product is great. What if you try this? Oh, let me see all this facet. Have you ever used it for this instead? You should do this. This is amazing. What's in the product? I already love it. And about all your stuff." Okay, so if I was talking about product representation and trying to understand what product I have and what made sense as a business owner, this woman can probably be like the coldest of like she know my product damn near better than I do. Okay, like, and just a fact from aside from the fact that when we're talking about selling anything, support systems, and on top of that, she is a creator monster. Like some of the most, I've seen some amazing things that she's done, and I'm excited to be able to, have y'all network or whatever. So, Miss Marima's in the building. Hey, how you doing, love? Really? Is the thing up or not? Don't be whispering, cause I swore to.
I'm not whispering. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Cool.
Uh-huh.
My take on the cutting off and the letting go and all of that other
You
stuff.
got to speak up, mama. Come.
You can't hear me?
Outside voice.
Okay. We talking about men,
Don't
relationships.
matter. Relationship, life, people, whatever.
I'm like Edward Scissorhands up in here. To be completely honest, back in the day, not to brag about it at all, but I got so many men up and down the streets and curbs of Milwaukee from like this back in the day. As soon as I see something I ain't like, I was cutting them off. That also included friends, family, whatever. If it didn't make me feel good, I was cutting them off. What I did was missed a whole bunch of lessons. I was a mess. And what people like to call karma comes back. I don't call it karma. It could be karma. It depends on where you are when it come back around to you. If you don't woke up to yourself, you aware and all of those other things, to me, it comes back as love. it comes back as love. Even if it's painful, it comes back as love.
Okay.
But now, where I'm at is this: you got to know yourself. You got to understand yourself. Because when we're younger, we acting a fool. Don't even know why. All we know is what we don't want. We don't know what we do want. We don't know how to express it and all that other stuff. I'm 52 years old. I'm dating. I'm single, happily. Just want to throw that out there. But anyway, where I'm at now, when it comes to knowing who I am, knowing what I want, knowing what I'm bringing to the table in friendships, family, relationships, whatever it is, if it's not the same energy and I'm aware of that, we don't need to have no conversation. It's really not a conversation necessary. Uh-oh.
Who throw something out? Don't throw nothing. Don't we not ain't no fighting happening here. Don't throw it. I looked away. I looked away. Keep going, sister.
It's really not no conversation necessary. Seriously speaking, in relationships and dating, when you meet somebody and things ain't what you wish them to be or whatever the case is, you can have a conversation. But if you know yourself, you know what you're doing, you know what you want. Your picker's broke. You picked the wrong person. Just keep it moving. There is no explanation necessary. But for real, when you like somebody, you dating and all of that other stuff, you got to know yourself and be aware of yourself enough to stand on who you are and have what you want. If you don't ask, the answer is always no. If you don't explain something to somebody, people really are not mind readers. You know if you're dealing with somebody that you can communicate with. If every time you open your mouth, they shutting you down, changing the subject, telling you that what you saying, no, it ain't like that. Okay, so you're not a good communicator. We can't never have nothing if we can't communicate at all.
Okay.
And you got.
So when you say you're not communicating, what do you mean when you say that? Because I think that people misunderstand when we say you're not communicating. That this is from my perspective. You get what I'm saying? And so let's talk about what that means. Are you good with sitting there?
Oh, she's gone?
Yeah, she's gone.
Oh, okay. What I mean when I say that, and I'm going from my own experiences, I started dating this year, and I'm going to tell you, for real, your younger women, 30 under, 40 under, learn the lessons you're supposed to learn, work through your stuff, because it get worse dating out here after that. You won't think it could, but it can. But what I mean by that, when I say that someone is not a good communicator, I mean that you really are not in the space where you have the capacity to hear, to think about what's being said to you, to think about how you really feel about what's being said, and say and express that.
Okay.
And then you can't proactively come to the table with something. If you only saying something when I'm saying something, you don't even, you're not in tune enough with yourself to even come to me with whatever may be your issues or whatever. But for me personally, the last person that I was dealing with, hey, I don't really like that, or I require this, because I do have requirements. I'm allowed to have requirements, as are you.
Okay.
At the same time, I got to check with myself first and see if that requirement is coming from a place of insecurity, fear, or whatever. If it is, I deal with me. If it's not, I'm really not trying to change nobody. My first basis of observance, seeing what I'm dealing with. And if it's something that, maybe they just ain't came across, whatever the case is, and I open my mouth to, hey, can I talk to you about something real quick? Or we just happen to be talking about something and that subject comes up. And I start communicating about how I feel. And all I say is, when such and such happened, I felt like, and you, I don't even want to talk to you no more.
Right.
Because we're not having a conversation. This ain't even an argument. This is what I like to call word salad. I ain't hungry. I don't want that.
You can salad.
It's just a dumb. That's not. You have to be able to communicate, and communication requires more than your mouth. You got to think. You got to hear. You got to feel. And if I don't see all of that type of stuff, and it's clear in so many different things that we're doing, yeah, I don't think this is gonna work. You know what I'm saying? I don't think now is a good time for us to be dating, whatever it is. And I say it in the best way that does not disrespect or diminish or judge them at all.
Okay.
Because I don't know what they thing is. I might not have
scared
been
of that microphone.
Huh?
Thank you.
Put it by my mouth.
That's it right there.
I'm not
I
scared
asked
of
were
stuff
you
by
afraid of the microphone. I'm you acting like it's gonna do something to you.
No, I'm not afraid of the microphone. But anyway, just real quick, when it comes to cutting people off and stuff in your relationships, friendships, love relationships, people come in your life. You number one, you probably attracting them. Number two, they're there for a reason. And if something ain't working, don't feel good, whatever the case is, you can dismiss them. They might really just be jacked up. But you could do two things. You can dismiss them or you can use them for what they're there for. 9 times out of 10, they're reflecting you back to you. And if you don't like what you're seeing, that don't mean they wrong. It might mean you really need to look at yourself and use it for what it's for. Learn what you need to learn and then shake their hand and tell them thank you. Then you can send them on their way. Does that make sense?
Totally coming in here whooping on my head.
I'm sorry, honey. I'm sorry. I
like
love
it.
you.
Whatever. Fuck that. They out of
I
here.
took one.
Shout out to baby girl Wish in the building. Happy birthday, Wish.
Happy birthday, Aries.
Yes. Indeed.
Yes, ma'am.
So, I see you have a cup. Do you not need anything to drink? Is that juice? Oh, is there anything in it? Oh, that's unfortunate. Would you like a cocktail? What would you like? The sweeter the oh, make you something. Is that what you just said? We out here today. I'm just saying, the sweeter the better. Say less. Actually, grab one of these microphones. Do you mind? Either one of them. And then, so what? Just real quick, I want you to tell my listeners your name. We're gonna talk about your aspiring business real quick. We'll talk about that in no details. We'll talk about where you graduated from, whatever the case may be, and what your hopes of. We ain't said no dates, we ain't said no plans, but that's what we're talking about. So we're talking about women's entrepreneurship. We're talking about celebrating us as women. It is International Women's Month, and you are a woman. So welcome to the game. And it's your birthday.
Okay. My name is Wish.
It's fire, right? It's
Uh,
fire.
I am a recent graduate from the Institute of Beauty and Wellness. I went to be an esthetician. So I'm deeply passionate about skin, beauty, learning to love your skin and that you're in. I haven't always felt that way. Like seeing me without makeup, that took me 30 years to get to this point where I don't wear makeup every day.
Why? You are absolutely gorgeous.
Isn't
Thank you.
Is
Thank
it
you.
shit?
So that's what triggered me to join aesthetics. I also have 6 sisters who kind of just always volunteered me for makeup and things of that nature. And so I just had to dig deeper within myself to find that road. My deepest obsession with all of aesthetics is eyebrows. And so that's the
You
direction.
see your brows though? Do you see them?
That's the
Y'all
direction.
lucky I can't show y'all because y'all should see these brows, baby.
That's the avenue I'm working to explore
Okay.
and grow in.
Indeed. See how we say that right there? Not working to explore and grow in. Welcome to the game, baby girl.
Thank you.
That's all I'm trying to say. And I think it's beautiful. And I love like you being in a room full of entrepreneurs, learning a little bit more, rubbing a couple shoulders, finding out what other women do, how they get inspired to keep moving and moving forward. Just that type of mentorship in your life will help keep you focused and growing in the direction that you are headed. I'm looking forward to that. Do you see them brows? I just want to say.
appreciate that because
Mhm.
being in Milwaukee,
Can't you hear that? I need to hear that.
I appreciate Patrice on many levels. Being in Milwaukee, I did have sisters that lived here when I moved here.
Mhm.
I no longer. They moved back home. I'm from northern Wisconsin, small town as big as my fist. We had Walmart. And so just meeting and coming to her different events and meeting other women with similar stories, just going through those different roadblocks to feel like this isn't for me, but to push them down and keep going. So I appreciate that on so many levels. And that's something that I'm learning because I could have given up too. And I could have moved right back home to mom and dad, which is the easy route, right? But
Right.
like I'm gonna keep pushing through this, and
You got it.
I see the light. It's not clear all the way, but it's getting brighter and it's developing slowly. So Patrice, I thank you for that.
Thank you, baby. I appreciate you. I appreciate your commitment to your talent and figuring out, I had to do something. And so really taking the next level to some of the things. I know you are thoroughly licensed in childcare and what that looks like. And you have a passion for that, but really giving into your art and your creativity and following your heart. And it just takes so much, you know what I'm saying, to be able to say, you know what, I believe in me. I believe in this gift and I love it so much that I gotta do it. If don't nobody at this room know that, it'd be her. You get what I'm saying? I gotta do it. I'm not right if I'm not doing it. And to be able to vision and see that for yourself. You get what I'm saying? And moving that. I commend you for taking that
Thank
step.
you.
Absolutely. That's just fire. So we out here celebrating one another, loving on each other. Pam, like, yes. He went and jumped on air right away. He left and then jumped on. I love it. Shout out to Vontae Star. Wow, thank you. Because I thought it was me, because people I have dated did that to me and want me to hear them, but cut me off when I say something, so I just shut down.
Exactly. I was just explaining to someone, which makes it a little shaky with my belief with what you said when you attract someone, but you also said they just might be messed up. Because there is a man that is my friend, but he's so unnecessarily difficult. And he laughed at me because I told him that he was emotionally he was emotionally infantile. I think I told him. Yeah, I told him he was emotionally infantile.
Development.
Oh yes,
not the 5-year-old in a grown man's
yes,
body,
ma'am.
not that.
Yes, ma'am. No, he's not able to process any serious emotions, and it's like, you're my friend. We've cruised past the intimacy of it. You are just my friend now. So, as your home girl, there are things that I'm going to be more comfortable with saying to you because we are no longer sleeping together. It's been years, but you are emotionally you're it's ridiculous because you don't want, he's like, emotions are so unnecessary, and I'm like, you're expressing an emotion by even saying that emotions are unnecessary. And then he wants to laugh or completely switch the subject, and I'm like, you're an idiot. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I cannot. So it's like, I think of it because naturally there's some sort of possession that you take when you're hearing things, especially when you have self-awareness, because you're like, am I doing that? And it is absolutely a reflection. It is absolutely a reflection, but not him. That's just the messed up part. Because I've tried, if anything, I need to thank you for testing my ability to communicate to different audiences over and over again, because I have literally, my head is bludgeoned and my horn is slightly bent to the right because I have tried a million times to very effectively and proactively explain how I'm feeling. And you like, nope, I don't care. I don't want to hear you. I only want to hear myself. And I'm like, I'm definitely not like that anymore, but I used to be. So I thank you for showing me that.
And for me, it's I don't like to waste my breath anymore,
My
because
God.
there's a lot in here. For real, it's a lot of information. There's a lot of due pain in here. It's a lot of places I've come out of that
Yes,
I ain't
ma'am.
finna go back in for you or with you.
Or anybody else.
I
What's your
might
sign?
stick my hand in there and help pull you out if you're really ready to come out. But no, I'm not coming in
You
there
ain't ready to
chilling
come
with you.
out.
So I don't waste my breath a lot. And um I don't have a desire anymore to tell people about themselves. I used to.
Usually that desire to express is accompanied by a, well, what is it, free? It's, never mind. Just tell me. All right. If
I
you
hate
really
that.
want to know,
I hate that.
if you really want to know, are you going to be okay with, yes, because you've taught me so much, but what have you taught yourself? Listening to me is completely different from actually learning the lesson. It sound good, nigga, but are you putting it to practice?
But that's why people got to pay Raymond Consulting $50 an hour. 'Cause
She said that's why.
when I talk to you, or when
You gonna have
when
to pay me.
when I listen to your shit,
You have to pay me.
when I listen to your shit, my ears be hurting. And for real, and if we're having a conversation that we've had several times before, and I give of myself, it's somewhere in the Bible talks about Jesus when he met the woman at the well, he was exhausted. I'm serious. When you give of your gift, it does pull from you.
Yes, ma'am.
And so if I go through that with you, and here we are 2 months later, and you talking the same stuff to me, If you pay me over here, I'm okay with talking to you again today. Outside of that, I can look at you. I can send you a little bit of light and love if you got an opening to receive it. If you don't, I'm gonna keep it over here or send it somewhere else. But I don't have a desire to, even if it's somebody that I'm dealing with, I can change the nature of our relationship without your permission. I
Yes,
don't need
ma'am.
you
Yes,
to agree
ma'am.
with me to change the nature of our
You're
relationship.
gonna have to grow with me, or you're gonna have to go without
And
me.
depending on
Period.
who you are and where you sit in my life, I don't have to kick you out because for real, I now, instead of being unhappy with people or things they do or wanting them to get the hell away from me or resistance, I've mastered now. It don't hurt no more to resist or use
Ooh, I
restraint.
can't wait
It
to get
doesn't
there.
hurt. But at the end of the day, you are still showing me something. The thing that bothers you the most about somebody, it ain't got nothing to do with them. It's bothering you for something in here. Now, it don't have to be something unhealed. It's practice also. Self-love is a practice. You don't just fall in love with yourself, learn the things you learned, and everything is cool. Hell
Right.
no. Nothing outside of you changes. Nothing.
And you still get
And
triggered.
so exactly.
You don't
so
ever
those
grow
things
past it.
and those
Right.
people are opportunities to practice what you've learned,
Character sharpening.
to reinforce all of that. So for real, everybody don't got to be pushed away, and you ain't got to drive yourself crazy. You can sit there and watch them spontaneously combust and not feel nothing.
And you know that happens because I was taught to, well, not taught to, I was conditioned to thinking that what I had to say wasn't valuable
Oh,
enough to be
baby.
heard, right? I was to be seen and not heard. So I think that is the character sharpening part, because now the character sharpening is that I can go into any audience in any space and be able to effectively explain myself and be heard and communicated. And it was like almost an obsession for me because I was never allowed that space to express myself. So I was like, I'm gonna express the hell out of myself,
Absolutely.
right? And so I agree 100%. Thank you for that. I agree
You are welcome, my
100%.
darling.
So our dog was here. I'm just counting.
Oh, okay.
10, 20, 30.
So we gonna watch her count.
You don't got to watch me do nothing.
I don't like we can watch
All right,
because we don't want to
all
trip
right.
you up. We don't
All
want to
right,
trip you up.
don't worry about my count. My count solid. All right. Don't worry about it.
Right, I'm like,
sweetheart.
wait, we gotta be
Don't look at
quiet.
me,
She
say, don't worry
counting.
about don't worry about sweetheart. Don't worry about this.
What
This
you
that split.
weird?
This that
Don't worry
split.
about it,
Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. You understand me? Yeah, ma'am, I got this. I got you. It's okay. I know, ma'am.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just don't want to
Come,
mess
come
up
back,
this
come back,
beautiful.
come back.
So pretty.
Come back to my world.
So pretty, right?
Come back to my world. You understand?
Is it hot in here to anybody else?
Free. It's
Okay,
you, babe.
it's me. Okay,
It's you.
I'm hot.
I'm hot where
Is
this
that
hair
me?
is. That's me.
It's like, I'm like, is that me over there? I'm like, where's, do I got a device on that side of the room? I do not. So look what I'm saying. Like, understanding yourself, like, you know, damn, I just wish it was something that we could have done on the other side of 40 that we would have known. You know what I'm saying? Like, to give us heads up on the other side of this, because now we all in it, and after all of the headbutts and all the shit, we like, look, this is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, how do we advise those that have not come this far as of yet, but they're on the way? Like, what do you say? Like, do you leave room for them to learn? Do you offer directive, or do you just be like, say, how do we get to here? Let me know when you make it to the other side. Or like, what do we do? How do we get them like just one step further along the road? You know what I'm saying? So they don't jump in head first like we did. You know what I'm saying? Even though at least we jumped in head first, our ancestors fell backwards with their arms spread wide. So at least we're making progress along the way. You know what I'm saying? At least turn over and look at the ground.
Man.
Why are you going? How do we get them to do that? Ladies,
I've had some, and I still do. So a really beneficial and wonderful thing is that I gravitate not only to people who need healing, but I also gravitate to people that heal me. So I have an impressive bunch of beautiful big sisters that have helped me find myself. They have given me grace. They have laughed in my face. They have said, "Don't worry, it's going to get better." They have said, "I have been there, trust me." And because of that, I chase peace. Now, it takes me a while to temper myself out because I am an Aries, so it is extreme. So my fire tends to burn a little too hot at first, but once I balance everything out, it becomes a healthy, contained fire. But first, getting there is spastic, manic, dark, and hot than a bitch, right? But thankfully, with the grace that I've received, it has equipped me to give grace to women also, because I see what is happening. I cannot, in a most profound way, explain to you that I have been there. I still do it sometimes. And it's just about that relation. But when you look at someone and you smile and you say that it's going to be okay, and that person trusts you, like I trust this impeccable amount of women who counsel me, you start to believe it. And then I tell them very simply to chase peace aggressively, chase peace aggressively, and find who you are, find self-awareness, do self-checks, do temperature checks, and chase peace aggressively, because you will get it if you chase it aggressively. And it may mean that you got to cut some people off. It may mean that you got to let some people go. It may mean that the dynamics of relationships change, but chase peace aggressively and give grace when necessary because of those reflections. Because even if there's a 70-year-old woman, if you haven't learned the lesson, please don't try to teach it to me, because you don't know what the fuck you talking about. And that's the great thing about individuals rather than it is age. Individuals learn different lessons at different times. So you may have difficulty or struggle with something that is of absolutely no issue to me. That doesn't mean that we can't glean from one another. So just that support and that grace.
So, Wish, I have a question for you.
I can't drink.
That's fine. Mhm. You good? You could. They can't sip away, mama. Sip away. It's good though. Like that. Like all jokes aside, that's good.
So good.
That's
Like,
good to the mug. I was like, damn, this good.
I think I wanted
Okay.
the big straw.
I was. You see, I just told you got a little one. So slow it down. Slow it down. I got you. I got you. You said
I'm
what
just
you want.
drinking ginger
I
ale.
got you. I got you.
'Cause I'm tired now.
But to be able to say, when you're talking to other women, and you want to learn about business, and you're trying to figure out like what are the like how do I what do I where do I you get what I'm saying, like what are some of the things that cross your mind when you're trying to decide, do I do this full time, how do I commit, like where's my focus should be, I have children, I got a family, what
Is
does that
that
look
what you're
like?
asking? Like, what questions have come to me?
Yeah, to
as
your
far as-
mind, like what yeah.
honestly, am I being selfish? Like, because I'm about to, I've been taking money and setting it aside to slowly invest in professional product and like reviewing products though, because I know what I expect when I go to salon. And so like I want the best of the best and I want to provide that to clients. So the question for me is like, yes, the kids, now I'm taking 20% of my income, 40% actually, if I calculate every 2 weeks. So 40% of my income I'm taking away from my household to try to make this investment. And I'm asking myself, is this selfish? So that's probably my biggest.
You said the word investment. So it's not selfish and you're not taking away because it's an investment into your future, into your future economics of your family. It's an investment. And at the same time, you're a decision maker. Are you married?
No.
Okay. You're the decision maker. There's nobody to run it by. You're the one who's planning. You're the one who is designing and creating this life.
Okay.
So you're the one who's deciding what's necessary.
So
What
I
is
mean,
somebody missing by you taking your 40% out some toys?
I mean, I don't feel like we're missing anything because I mean, like to know me is to know like my mom is heavy. That's priority. Like these kids didn't ask to be here. So they definitely don't lack anything. I think that in my sense as being their only parent, I feel like I'm having two roles to fill. And so I'm like, am I like, should I be doing more for them? I'm overthinking it. If I'm being completely honest, overthinking, just taking the leap.
How old is your oldest?
16.
Okay, I raised 6 kids. They all grown now. They all got their own businesses. They don't need a whole lot. So when I said is somebody missing something, is somebody missing out on something by what you're taking out to invest, do what you feel you need to do to create the life and the business that you want. Period. If you feel good about
Definitely.
it, don't beat yourself up. Don't be your own. I mean, of course,
We are
that's
our
yourself,
biggest critic.
but don't be your own judge and jury and put yourself in the prison because you won't feel good about it. You won't feel good about it. You'll put extra pressure on yourself to perform and by a certain time else because you feel bad that you took this money from here. That's what you're making it for. As long as you can pay your bills and do what you want and need or whatever.
Okay.
That's you shift your energy.
Give that to her. Switch. Give her that mic. No, and give that back to her.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
So this message is, it is a twice sown seed.
I'm already listening. I'm just trying to explain to you. I already know what
It is a
that
twice sown seed. I went from pain to profit. I got my heart broken and I started coloring in a coloring book. And I thought, I can make this an earring. This is pretty dope. And that began the guilty spending where, do I need all of these color pencils? Do I need these type of color pencils? Do I want this coloring book? Okay, wait, no, I got to go to the arts and crafts store. I'm going to get me some wood. I need some paints. But wait a minute, my baby said that he needed some more canvases. And okay, wait, because I got this idea. And then it just, 4 years in the making of and I am not kidding, every single time that I have a purchase, I reinvest back into my business. I do it because the onus is on me. I do it because I have a responsibility to myself. I do it because I love what I do. I do it because I get up every single day wanting to do it. And I have found myself sitting at the table crying because I'm like, it's winter time and kids got brand new fucking coats. It's winter time, and what if they lose a coat or some mittens or a hat? And I'm sitting there playing in clay and shit. They gonna be like, Mom, so I ain't got no damn future because you want to craft all fucking day, right? But you know, it's that trepidation. And like she was saying, that's why I said I think she brought you here for a reason, because choosing to get up every day and emphatically believing yourself and knowing that this is not something that you can escape, nor is it anything that you can ignore. That is the benefit at the end of the day. And when you sell those pieces or when you provide that service, people cry when they put on my jewelry. People tell me what they want. They give me no color scheme. They give me nothing. And when I create it for them, they say, that's exactly what I wanted. It is very, very hard to not believe in myself when I get comments like that.
Come on, freak.
It is very hard when people say you are walking in your purpose and people actually believe in you. And then those finances that you are investing in yourself, people rally around you. So I don't have to worry about a winter coat for my children because my dad is going to buy it, or I'm going to buy it, or they're going to buy it because they have savings and money that they are stocking up themselves that I've given to them. I am teaching them proactivity. I'm teaching them growth. I'm teaching them progression. I'm teaching them belief. And I have a household full of artists that do amazing things. My son, girl, my son he got accepted into Savannah College of Art and Design. He got accepted into School of Art Institute Chicago. He got accepted into Columbia. He got accepted into
Let's
Marquette.
go, Lil G.
Yes, that's amazing.
He got accepted into the University of New Mexico. He got accepted into Columbia. Can we just take a moment and say my son got accepted into one of the best art schools in the fucking nation?
In the nation.
Because he watches his mother get up at 5 a.m. and she's sitting at the table. And when he gives me my kiss on my forehead at 10:37, I'm still at that table doing what I need to do for my children. You just have to change your frame. because what it is that you are doing is absolutely 100% for them, but we think monetary. But what we don't realize is that we are instilling so much. We are instilling a faith in themselves, first of all, and we weren't granted that opportunity as children because it was always taken away from us. Just to be completely honest, we were hated on. People were jealous. They didn't like our light. They didn't like what we were giving to the world. And so we were denied that freedom of expression. I didn't want to do that to my children. So the money may not be where you want it to be, or you think that you need to keep up with someone else because your kids don't. My kids prefer to go to the Salvation Army and the Goodwill because they don't want their shit to look like nobody else's. And they like vintage things like their mother. It is so rewarding. Do it. Because if you don't, you were going to wake up regretful and miserable every single day. And I did that for 37 years.
And I can honestly say that that's kind of that's where I'm at. Is constantly like feeling like this isn't what I want to do. I'm tired of getting these jobs and people telling me this is their mission and this is their belief. And like Patrice had stated too, I have a degree in early childhood as well. I'm very passionate about the babies, passionate beyond I don't know what. I do think that the teacher has always been in me, like, and that's where, like, you know, even like my instructors from aesthetics are like, you would make an awesome aesthetics instructor. I think it's just the teacher in me. But I find myself like, why am I trying to work for their vision and it doesn't match mine?
Well,
And just because it doesn't look like the conventional vision pursuit, can't find the right word, because it doesn't look like the conventional, you have to get a 9 to 5, you have to get a city, you have to get a county, you have to get a government, you have to do this because you want stability. Stability is here when I'm creating. And that is more stability that's been provided behind anybody's fucking desk.
Yes. I mean, and that's where I'm at, is like, I daycare hopped for a long time trying to find the right fit for me. And I'm like, how can I work here? And I wouldn't even send my own children here. Like, this is like, I'm passionate about this, but like, I don't agree with this.
Right.
So then I'm dragging to go there. Like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do anything anymore that doesn't make me feel good on the inside, regardless. Like, I love taking care of babies, but like, if this doesn't match my vision, why am I doing it for somebody else?
Doing it?
Shout out to Lucretia Mason, who chimed in, and she says, and I quote, "You better say that, moon goddess." Beatrice chimed in, and she said, "You taught them well." Creature said, "I apologize. Hate you." Hey, Cree. Hey, how you doing? Mercedes Ferguson has chimed in. What up, Sadie? How you doing? Pamela Young said, "Oh God." You understand what I'm saying? So just to be able to have these conversations and get the affirmations that you need to be able to, you know, take that step. It's not easy. I mean, I don't have no children, and even I still be like, who am I paying the rent? I mean, because I don't have as many, I still got them. Right. You get what I'm saying? And just because my responsibilities are, you know, less, I still got them. You know what I mean? And what if you don't work, you don't eat? Yeah. You know what I mean? And do you spend the rest of your life miserable when you have an out? Some people never. That just, and the start of that just kind of just like that hurt a little bit, because somebody will never get an out.
I agree.
Somebody somewhere right now is still living I wish I had, I shoulda, coulda. You know what I'm saying? Somebody right now is like 60, 70 saying, well, what time left do I have? You get what I'm saying? And you have on that. Plus, you have that plus the rest of your life until the Most High say something different. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Live your best, girl.
Thank you.
Live your best. You know what I'm saying? What better way to spend your birthday than to have women pouring into you?
There's no better
uplifting
way.
you.
There's no better
to
way.
encourage you to see something like talent. And if you don't never know nothing about me, just know that I ain't with the bullshit. I ain't gonna never lie to you. You get what I'm saying? I'll never compliment you if you don't deserve it. I will smile and keep going. I'm not telling your kid is cute if he not. I'm that.
She's terrible.
I don't gotta say nothing. Nothing is better
give
than
a
the
nod.
drama.
She give a nod or a smile.
Oh, well, look at that.
Right?
Look at this. Hey, baby. Don't be lie. Don't lie. Don't do that. Okay, let me gather myself real quick. And you know what I'm saying? And then to take all of that knowledge, you know what I'm saying? I compliment your eyebrows every time I see it.
You do.
Because baby, them mugs are sharp. And I've been a part of the beauty industry, surprising to myself, since for like only 7 years. I don't give no hells.
That is, you've been a part of the industry, but you have been a part of it.
Let me explain to that. So I was an entertainer, but somebody did that for me.
Right.
And I was when I did my performing and travel, I didn't worry about none of that stuff. But I had the worst taste in the group. It was terrible. From an alignment of what society was expecting from our image. Okay.
Yes.
Now me on my own is me on my own, and you can rock or not. You know what I'm saying? But understand that I've been in the industry long enough. And when I learn a product as a marketing specialist, as an admin, as an executive, when I see something, I know quality when I see it. You get what I'm saying? And when I see people, coming into this spirituality level of mine and being able to not run from that vision, ain't no way in the world I would tell you was dope just to set you up to fall. Not only because you are a woman, but you're a Black woman.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? A woman of color. And how dare I be a catalyst in your downfall? It is only of me and for me to see you succeed in all areas of your life, even in areas you might not think that I understand or agree with. I got you. And you might not like my answer, but I'm not gonna never tell you some shit on GP. I'm gonna tell you what's right for you under all circumstances. And a lot of people think I'm weird because I'm one of the most non-biased motherfuckers ever. They be like, "You not gonna ride for your people?" Of course I'm gonna ride for them. And I'm in that ass as soon as we off the public.
I am sworn testimony.
Of course I'm gonna ride for you. Right up in the private, like ride in silence. Cause the fuck is you doing, fam?
I don't want to be gassed up just to be gassed up.
Never.
Like, I want the sincerity. Like, tell me if I like this one's higher than the other. Like, because I'm out here like I can slay some brows, but if I can't slay no brows, don't make me think I can.
But you can though. But you can though. You know what I'm saying? And aside from that, you just have a really warm personality. And giving customers an opportunity to experience that, or to not giving a customers or people who need that type of care in this industry as it's becoming so disconnected.
It's personal.
You know what I'm saying? It should be.
This is very personal.
And to be able to provide that type of service, that's next level shit.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Because it's personal, because it's not something you're doing for the look, for the moment, for the eye, but because you give two shits.
I do.
Because of that's success written all over it.
Thank you. It's very personal in a sense. Like I said, I didn't go a day without wearing makeup just a few years ago. And I've gotten to the point where like just learning my skin and like I felt like I had uneven skin tone and just a lot of different things but now like just learning it and taking the time to like really truly love the skin I'm in. This whole beauty industry for me, joining it's personal. I want any person who comes to my chair to walk out and feel that same way. Like I love me. I can look in the mirror and say, I love me.
Girl, my mama looked me in the face. My mama looked me in the face, my mother. And she was like, you can't dress. You ain't got no style. And you come from a family full of folks that got style. I don't know where you came from. Now she calling me and saying, I want them. Mama, them was made for somebody else. Them was made for somebody else. Those are custom for somebody else. Oh. I didn't have no style though, right? I didn't have no style.
Why you want these mom got no style?
I may not have your style, but I got my own. And other people like that shit. So
yes,
I think I'm winning. So when you say that it's personal, it absolutely is, because your mission is to make women feel beautiful in spaces that you were not afforded or where you may have not.
That's exactly what it is. Where, I mean, and I say this all the time at home and with my partners, like these same girls that are gassing me up today were the same girls making me look in the mirror not like myself when I was 14 and 15 years old.
Because they knew that you had something.
My hair, everything. Like these same girls did not just like me when we were going through high school together. Like they made it hell for me, actually. And now
to the point where you didn't even know that you were gorgeous.
No, I didn't.
You thought you were ugly.
Yes.
Yep.
Welcome to the game.
Life story, because it's, and even you're still gonna get it. I'm about to be 39 years old, and I still get it, even for family.
Okay.
They still want me to. They want to keep me right up under their foot so they can still feel like they above me. And I'm like, nope, fuck you. I'm be even more louder and more colorful.
And I think that's kind of where I'm learning.
Yeah.
I'm taking that shift now that like I don't care.
Yep.
I don't care because I'm gonna look in the mirror and I'm gonna love all of me.
Yes.
Skin, shape, hair, everything.
Yes, ma'am.
I have to
Because
love
you
me.
have to embrace you, and anyone that makes you
Yes.
feel like it is a problem to love you
Yes.
like
This
that
one.
is a problem,
Okay.
and let them go. Anybody who tells you this is who you are, this is how I feel about you, I am your number one cheerleader, I'm in your corner, I got your back, honest, those are the people for you. But the main ones that want you to feel less than is because they are a reflection of who they think you are. You're not.
Thank you.
They are a reflection.
She just gave me the baby doll eyes. I just got the baby doll eyes, y'all. So I made another drink, of course, right? So no, this is not pineapple. What the figure you want the pineapple? Hold on, the fam.
I'm like, I want
What's
that.
happening? I ain't
Look,
never
I had to
in my
turn
life.
the mic off.
How much? Listen, you like that was kind of fly though, right? Okay, look at this. So I've been eating grapefruit since we had that. Since the vibrations and alignments event that we had. I've been eating grapefruit like crazy, right? And so of course I have grapefruit with me because I've been eating. Would you like please? I've been eating grapefruit like crazy, right? So I was like, oh, what if I could do a yes, please. Sorry. I'm like, what if I could make a drink? Then I was like, oh, it is Deep Eddie's vodka, grapefruit vodka on the shelves. You know what I'm saying? On the shelf. So I put a little simple syrup in there, a little Deep Eddie's grapefruit vodka, a little bit of ooh wee and a little nana in here. We're gonna see what it. I did say that. I did that. Let's see. Bro. I'm so cold these days. Let me tell you, I be hungry. That's it right here. Let me just do like this. So what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna talk for me real quick.
Talk for you. I can't be Patrice. Can't nobody be Patrice. She said talk for me. I can't even pretend.
Check this out. Bestow us with your wisdom.
No, I just wanted to add to Wish.
Yeah.
Your when Patrice asked you that question, you didn't have but one question that popped up.
You don't eat cherries?
No.
You don't?
No.
This is like the real cherries, not like maraschino though. They're little fake cherries. That's
She
a
was
real,
like,
that's a
these
real
ain't
cherry.
these is
Like
the real
that one right
cherry.
there. Yeah, that's a real one. That's a real one.
She was like, wait a minute, it's
See,
cherry in here.
That's a real cherry. That is a real cherry. Yes, ma'am. Not the maraschino fake stuff, whatever. That's it right there.
So you ain't have but one question. You ain't had three, you ain't had five. You had one question, and it was, am I being selfish to take this money and invest it? And the first thing that really came to mind is, before you even get started, take the time for yourself and everything else about you to rid yourself of every piece
Yes, ma'am.
of lack consciousness and scarcity thinking.
Come on now.
Remove it from
Yes,
you
ma'am.
totally,
I know.
and only think and open the door for abundance and multiplication and growing. Remove scarcity and lack consciousness, period.
Okay.
It ain't a part of you. It ain't part of your life. It ain't part of your business. It ain't part of your kids. It ain't part of nothing. Came from somewhere. Yes. Acknowledge it. Hey, you done help me through. You know what I'm saying? Put some pep in myself, some energy behind me, but I don't need you no more. Bless it and let it go. Because with that being there, it's so many doors that can come in and fuel that and make you so worried about so much. And no matter how much you're being blessed, no matter how much is coming to you, you won't be able to see it, feel it, use it, or be grateful for it.
And that's accurate. Like you hit the nail right on the head. I feel like those feelings of insecurity or being scared or what ifs are blocking me from what's right in front of me.
Come this way, mama. Bree, you want a shot?
Yep.
Huh? I'm sorry. Can you come get it? You got one right
And
here.
so
Bree.
that's
I'm
where
sorry, can you
like
come
I
get
just
it?
had to take the initiative, like take it before I even see it. So once payday hits, that 20% already goes into account that's not linked to nothing else, so that I don't feel that guilt so much as if it was coming in and I had to take that 20% out myself,
Uh-huh.
if that makes any sense. So it's just going right out the gate. Like 20% is in an account that's not linked to any bills, anything else, so that I can invest in me without feeling guilty. Because I made sure that this account where all the other bills come out of, I just had to realign my thinking to not feel so guilty, and that's the only way I could do it.
Indeed. So hold on, really quick before we go in there. We know you're drinking ginger ale. Okay, this is your drink right here. This is your drink right here. Yep. Grab one. So these are shots of the drink that I just made. Yeah, I know. Just drink. You said you was drinking ginger ale.
Because I'm driving.
Okay, that's why I let you
Well,
have
I
the
plan
ginger
to
ale.
drive when I leave
Okay,
from here.
well that's the plan. So this is a shot that I just made, and we're just gonna call it vibrations and alignment.
Okay.
Okay, I like that. So
Yes.
to the ladies in the room, thank y'all, and to you too, sis, and to you also. Yes. All right, let's go, y'all.
She held her hand up like the.
I danced one time.
Nuh-uh.
That's fire, ain't it? Yeah, that was good. I'm like, that was good. Yeah, look at you. Should see, I wish y'all could see their face. They like,
Like I'm not even a fan of
Wait a minute, what's that?
grapefruit, and
And
I tolerate that. Like that was good.
it's grapefruit. I used grapefruit vodka and simple syrup, and I think a little bit of lemon juice. That was fire. I just wanted to say that was good balance. Look at that. Look at that. Thank you for sharing with us, Bree. I appreciate you. Hair by Bree in the building. Braids by Bree in the building. I'm just saying, out here with some of the smoothest fingers I ever seen. You got to see them braids. I'd be like, how they so even? I didn't even know that was that type of geometry is possible. And I just want y'all to know that it is geometry for her to be able to see and measure the amount of hair that she has in each strand that she's braiding.
She laid my hair.
You understand?
Like
She
I was
did-
like, this
she
is
did-
so flat.
She did your hair?
Yes.
That's you, Bree. You out here styling like this, Bree, and didn't tell nobody. Okay, it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
You and the truth is, I saw them like her hair's so nice, but I don't. We in here promoting now. It was this girl. I come up to the camera one time. Let the people see the thing. Come on, shout out to Mercedes Ferguson who got plenty to share with us. She said, "My goal is to help you feel your best kind of beautiful. It's a mind and body experience. Look at that's what I'm talking about, Mercedes. Look at this hair though. Come on, give me a 360 flip. Yeah, let's do it. Do you see it?
It's beautiful.
Come on, Bree. Out here with the quick model and the advertising. Happy birthday, baby. It's a birthday girl. She out here. And she like, thank you. Thank you. I'm out here. Thank you.
Yes,
That's what I'm talking
yes.
about. Nice and simple. I'm trying to keep tabs on my drinks and stuff. Calm. The calm ain't rich, but we gonna show the love to balance for sure. But I think that these are the type of conversations I like to facilitate. If we are here to be able to help one another as best we are able, then the point in being able to do that is to share our no, not the rubber band. It's gonna roll him out. Yeah, that's thank you. Thank you, baby. I appreciate it. Is to be able to share those experiences. I just said, how do we catch her in her 30s? You get what I'm saying? Before she end up 40 and be like, you get what I'm saying? And show up like, listen, you don't gotta have this struggle. And don't get me wrong, there will be struggles, but if I can eliminate the ones, how do I earn your trust so that when I say you don't gotta take that route, you don't gotta touch this fire. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to stick your finger in that socket. Here's the results, fam. It's not going to change by the time it gets to you. You know what I mean? How do we have? I want to have more conversations to earn your trust. So when I say it, you don't put your finger in the socket. You don't touch this fire. You be like, as much as you are a trial by fire type person, because many people are. I gotta just go. I know you said if I walk through there, it's gonna be darks and glass.
I'm gonna do it anyway.
How much glass per se? I'm gonna go on back and check it.
Is it little slivers?
Is it little slivers?
Like a big
or
block
is it
of
big
glass?
curves? Can I step in between the space? No, nigga, your
Come
feet is
out.
gonna be cut up.
Come on, Mr. Limbs. Like,
You
it was
know,
okay. It wasn't that bad. It
It's
was
cool.
okay.
I mean,
It was
it's
okay.
cool. It's cool. So to be able to get on top of that and share that type of energy, share that wisdom. But the key is earning your trust so that I can, when I say it, you trust me. And that you trust me not more than you trust you, but you trust me enough to know that because you trust you know what I'm saying? We're making a good decision, and I am on your team.
I feel like I can't trust anybody else.
They need to free. Yeah.
I just personally feel like if I don't trust myself, I can't give that trust to what am I doing giving it away?
That is a
I have to
fact.
first trust
Not a
me with myself, my decisions, everything that I'm doing before I can offer any trust to anybody else.
Exactly. You get what I'm saying? But there are so many women who feel like, I mean, I hear you, but you know what I mean? And it would be counterproductive of me to have you walk off into the street into oncoming traffic. It's the best way to say that. You know what I mean? Because now I gotta go back and then I gotta make reasons. It's like people who commit crimes and think that they never gonna be known. You know what I'm saying? That's just not. It doesn't make any sense. So if we're gonna move forward, we're trying to think progressively and be there for one another and build. Then it only makes sense that I learn to say, trust me, and then be true to my word. Be true to be consistent. Be engaging. Be an example. You know what I'm saying? And all these things to help solidify, which would be contradictive to the things you've seen in other people come along. So let me be the example. Let me be the person. You know what I'm saying? This is how I think. You know what I mean? So watch me. You know what I'm saying? And not just you, baby girl, but you know what I'm saying? That's how I move. Because the only way you're gonna learn is if I'm saying something and you don't see me doing it. I'm not a do as I say, not as I do. You gotta see me doing it.
That's what I was gonna say when you first asked the question. Is be the example, be
I'm
the
here.
demonstration first.
Show me watch me do it. Now I may not be completely successful because maybe I don't have all the tools. You know what I'm saying? But if you see where I'm lacking the screwdriver and you got to take this next step, then either hand me the screwdriver or when it's your turn to take the step, make sure you got a damn screwdriver in your tool belt. You know what I'm saying? Because you know that's what was missing.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That's the type of stuff that I want us to be able to do. That's why we're here on Monday for this month. You know what I'm saying? This is why we having these online ass random women conversations and why we letting the world listen to us chop it up, because they need to know this is how we build one another. This is how we uplift. It's not just a, hey girl, oh bitch, you killing them. Yeah, I got real irritated real fast. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so much more than to who we are. And because I am a firm believer of being mindful of the things that you say, like this gonna sound real fucked up. I don't like to say I'm sorry, right?
Mhm.
Only because if I did it on purpose, I'm not motherfucking sorry. You know what I'm saying? If it was an accident or something that I was careless in, I'm immediately apologizing. So let's understand. That's it right there. And if you don't know nothing else about me, learn that. If I be like, okay, well, it was how I knew exactly what's going on. I thought about it. I understood the consequences and when it laid the fact out. What's happened? I knew exactly what's going to go down. And well, yeah. Oh, you want me to say something? Because that's what I knew was going down. However, if you hear me open my mouth and be like, damn, my bad, or I apologize, that is not what my intention was. That's nothing but a fact. And it's nothing but genuine because I don't like to say it. And if I got to, I will though. Because we're in a space for that. So understanding that means I'm very meticulous about the things that I say. I'm very specific about who I interact with, how I interact with, where I'm going, who I'm building with, who I interconnect with people. If I'm saying if you mine, and you are, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Then who am I introducing you to? Because I'm responsible for that. Now I done brought these people into your lives on purpose, and then they giving you all kind of fucked up advice. I'm accountable for that. Not on my watch.
I don't ever get that from you.
You know what I'm saying? Not on my
You're
watch.
a very spiritually grounded person that kind of like I don't even think that we've had a chance to talk about the vibrations and alignments, but it felt like, being Native American and African American, like was saying to Ronnie, like, I felt like I was in ceremony, like the different
Nice.
tones, like there's different hand drums and water drums, and
Mhm.
I was like Native American flutes. I was like, I just felt like I was in ceremony, like it was like a whole body experience, like all five senses were activated,
Nice.
and that was just a really good time for me to feel grounded, recentered, realigned.
I'm glad that you came. And I think that now that you have had an experience, you know what I'm saying? And in my mind, when I think legacy, you know what I'm saying? Knowing being that I don't have children of my own, this is how I plant seed. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And now that you've been affected in this capacity, then so will your children.
Yes.
And then so will their friends. And so will it. So there's that seed. You know what I'm saying? And I couldn't want nothing more. You know what I'm saying? Than to know that you got that out of it.
Yes.
That thank you for sharing that. I
You're
appreciate
welcome.
that. Because that's what we do. Like I think about me and Free. This is how I plant seed. That's my baby. You know what I'm saying? All day. And that's what I'm saying. That's how I plant seed.
Amazing.
You get what I'm saying? This it. And so that's the only thing that makes sense. This is how you set your legacy when you think about I don't have any children, or you think about what do I need to do and how do I engage, or something happened and things changed in my life. How do I do that? This is what you do. How you interact with people.
Yes.
What you leave behind is the impression that you left on these people's lives. What are you doing?
Balance and peace. Like,
You know
if
what I'm
I could
saying?
say
What are you
anything
doing?
about like your presence and what you leave behind, balance and peace.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Like, and I mean that like wholeheartedly.
Thank you. I genuinely appreciate that. Free, you about to cry? You about to cry? That's why you don't get no more drinks.
It's just, when you see it, when you see someone
How you
through the
feel,
eyes
her?
of someone else, like it's just a really cool thing because you love these people and you want other people to love them too. So when you see them getting their flowers, it's like, oh,
You handed out flowers?
like,
Thank you. I appreciate that. Like we're here and there are people listening. I see y'all chimed in. That's what's up. Y'all just breathing and hanging out and shit. Ain't nobody saying hi or nothing. I'm just saying the number is 414-885-4739. You're welcome to call in. You know what I'm saying? And chop it up with us. I appreciate that. Make sure y'all say hi. I see y'all listening, focus, like diligently riding with us. I appreciate that. But there are people listening. And the 10 people or so that are online, visually watching, the 100 or so people that'll come along later, and then the 60,000 people that are listening to us on Blow Radio. You get what I'm saying? Get them something, like so that they know that when they tuned in today, they it was worth their time. You know what I'm saying? So we'll start with you, Ish. You get what I'm saying? Think about two options, two things. Something that you've experienced that you'd like for someone in their 20s. You get what I'm saying? To be on deck about, or hell, somebody in their 30s that don't know. You get what I'm saying? Or somebody in their 40s that ain't got it yet, and you understand where I'm going with that. You get what I'm saying? What a little bit of words do you have for the viewers? Talk a little bit. Just share something, and then I'm gonna come back with right behind you're done with that. I got another question, another something for you.
I think if I had to speak to, I'm just gonna say my younger self.
Mm-hmm.
I have to trust myself because I think I always knew which direction to go.
Okay.
And I could constantly second guess myself. Hence where I came about, like, am I being selfish? Like, you're not being selfish because every decision you made, you kept those kids in mind. So how was that being selfish? And that just came to reality here talking with you ladies today. And so if I had to tell my younger self, it's like, don't second guess yourself. Like, if my gut knows that this is the right decision, but my brain is second guessing it, because our brain can get us in trouble too, because it's like good versus bad. Like, it's an ongoing battle, but my gut knows this is the right decision and I'm second guessing it. So why am I second guessing what I know is the right thing to do? And so I would just really have to follow what's true to me if I was talking to my younger self.
Okay. So, and then also, and y'all take these two questions in. Okay. Secondly, this year, it is only March 21st. What have you learned?
As far as
one thing, anything that was prevalent. This is like that, like, damn, that I'm putting that right in my toolbox. That type of what did you learn? Pick one thing.
to take chances.
To what?
Take chances.
Take chances. That's solid.
I don't like to live in regret. So 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to make a decision that I'm going to have to kick myself in the ass for later.
Okay.
So why am I not taking these chances?
Ah, come on now.
I'm taking chances.
You taking chances. I like that. Come on now. Free. What you got for me, babe?
I'm going to say um to women younger as well as women my age
That ain't got it yet. Whatever
that ain't got it yet, women older than me. Um it's that uh, it is that radical self-trust. So wish I definitely, even at on the brink of 40, it is still that radical self-trust. And I'm sorry, honey. I was too busy assimilating for a lot of my 20s. I was too busy feeling like I needed to fit in rather than just belonging in the trapezoid shaped, hexagonic kind of non-circle or triangular fitting form, right? Like it's okay to look like Gumby in a world full of circles. You know what I mean? Like it's okay to be a Gumby. You know what I mean? Like Gumby's was dope as hell anyway when I was a kid. So whatever. But it's that radical self-trust. It's not to question, and it's just once you get that self-awareness, it manifests and materializes itself in so many different ways, because then not only do you start listening to yourself in a very profound way, but you also start listening to your body. And I was forced in positions where I have to listen to my body, but just in becoming more aware of things and understanding how the alignment of chakras, the alignment of energy, what it is that you take in, what it is that you give out, it creates this constant self-check, but in a very trapped way when you're first beginning. So I'm also gonna back that up with being an Aries, you're a mentalist. So when people tell you to get out your head, it's the most frustrating thing. It's like when somebody tells you to calm down. Now I'm fucking angry because I wasn't upset to begin with. Right. That's a trigger. Because I'm a little aggressive in my speech, and then I'm excited. And then when I get super upset, I start dropping F-bombs, and then I'm emphatic. I'm not mean. I'm clear, right? I'm clear. And so that self-trust caused me, or that lack of self-trust caused me to doubt myself because I was too busy living for the opinions and desires of others, right?
Yes, I agree.
So today I have learned, in operating in that radical self-trust, that you take what resonates and you leave the rest alone. You leave it where it's at, and you operate the way that you know how to operate, because you have to exhibit and demonstrate a radical self-trust in order to trust yourself. So it looks a lot like taking chances to other people, but really it's just who you are and what you own.
I feel
And
like
it's
that's a constant question, is like, what made you decide to uproot your whole life
right,
to a city that you don't even know how to get from one side
right,
of town to the other?
right,
And why are you still there? You don't have family there anymore.
right. It took Kim, shout out to Kim Wilder. She said something to me that I carry with me, because also in my 20s, there's that gallery of people that tell you all the things that you don't want to hear, but you keep in your head. All those toxic things that you want to believe about yourself because you are not used to trusting yourself, right?
Yeah.
So you have this gallery where people probably don't even remember what the fuck they said to you and don't even care about it afterwards. But it's like, when you said that to me, that really fucked me up. Now, as a practice, I'm storing in my memory bank the good things, because that's what helps me make my decisions more personally and more evenly each day, because of I'm pushing out the gallery of bad things and I'm pulling in the gallery of good things. And Kim, she made it very clear when she was talking about running laps, right? Like, what you think you're doing, the questions and the doubts that you have, you are still light years ahead of everyone else around you.
That's true.
And you are running laps around them, and you still don't think it's enough. You still don't think it's enough. You still think that it could be better. But even in the demonstration, because you don't want to get to like perfection paralysis, right? But you want to be in a very safe and confident space where you know that progression is necessary, and that to pursue it only means that you want to be better for yourself and for the people and population that you serve.
Correct.
So what I've learned today is that I may not be a neurotic artist. I may just really care about what it is that I'm doing. And I want everyone to know that this is legit. And I want to be treated as such.
That's what you got. That's all you got is a Let's go,
You
Monique.
know, I was trying to think of the most important thing that I would want to tell younger women or even myself some years ago in the 30s before they hit 40. Every morning before you come fully into consciousness, everything around you is waiting on you to wake up. Your kids, your job, your man, your girlfriends, but somebody else is waiting for you to come fully into consciousness, and it is yourself. Yourself has some dope things to tell you. Your best self, your highest self knows exactly who you are and the answers to all your questions. We be asking auntie questions, friend questions, everybody questions. Don't nobody know the answers to your questions but you. Everybody else has questions or answers based on their own experiences. Everybody else's answers are biased. That don't mean ain't nobody right. But when you build a relationship with yourself, your highest self, your best self, which starts in the morning before you even open your eyes, you're light years ahead of everybody else around you, like you just said. But seriously speaking, spend that time. For me and my friends, Felicia will tell you, some people waiting on me to do stuff with them in the daytime. I love my life because I get up when I want to. I get up when I wake up. But when I wake up, I got to get grounded. I got to spend the time with myself and say good morning to God, the universe, Holy Spirit, ancestors, everybody. That could take me 2 minutes or 2 hours.
That's right.
Days, ma'am.
Felicia will be like, girl, you just not. How are you, my love? But at the end of the day, for real, I don't never know what my best self, what the universe, what God has for me in each day. And if I just get up, throw my shoes on, brush my teeth, take the little whole bath, whatever the case, go outside, I don't miss that whole shit.
You missed your spiritual
So
intention for
I'm
the
just
day.
really running around in the day, being drug around by the wind, words. What? No, no. Command your morning. Start your day with you being in charge and with you having the information, the infusion of wisdom for the day. And it ain't always got to be nothing deep. I'll wake up sometimes in the morning and be like, hey, and we done. Just that quick. But honor yourself enough to sit down with yourself first thing in the morning. You can't call my phone and wake me up. Cause what you talking about ain't finna start my day. It just ain't. I don't care if your house on fire. I'm serious. I ain't no fireman. I ain't got no damn truck. I'm serious. I can't give you nothing but love and compassion, but in that moment, but I don't look at my phone. If I forgot to turn my ringer off or turn all the way down or whatever, I don't look at my phone before I say good morning. Universe, God, my ancestors, my son, my auntie. I don't. Because at the end of the day, I know what it's like to run around in the day without being grounded. When you don't do it this day, you don't do it the next day either. And then you don't do it the next day. You don't do it.
I just feel
you're
like
just in the fleeting wind.
my days are unpurposeful when I'm getting up and moving around to somebody else's accord versus finding my own intention first.
You know, you can though. You can not do what I just said, but I'm saying at 52 years old and just having given myself permission to be an artist in 2018 rather than carrying a briefcase, a laptop, heels, cell phones. I'm saying now the most important thing that I can do for myself is check in and get rooted and grounded in myself and who I am first thing in the morning. First thing in the morning. Sometimes I struggle. Sometimes I will walk out the room and somebody say, hey, da, 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 and I'm standing in the kitchen. I'll be back. Sometimes I struggle with doing it, but I'm going to sit there until I do it. And sometimes that might take me all day of not doing anything, but I can't run around here without establishing and getting solid every day.
So can I ask you this?
Hmm.
Do you have days of unproductivity because of you? It's taking you longer to get centered.
I have days of I call it conflala.
Okay.
I do. Everything is just this. But for me, unproductive day is any day in which I didn't do anything within my purpose.
Okay.
If I did one thing, if I wrote one line, if I painted one stroke, that's a successful day to me. If a whole day goes by where I don't do anything in my purpose, that's unsuccessful.
Okay.
Am I disappointed if I don't get that right? Sometimes I might just end up turning on a sound bath. Sometimes I might just end up turning on. I have this thing that I use called Think Up, where
Okay.
you record positive affirmations in your own voice.
Oh.
Sometimes it's time to go, and I'll just put that in my ear or turn it on in the car, and I'll go, and that, gets me back into where I'm supposed to be. Um,
Is it an unproductive day? Is it non-productivity if it's something that's needed? So mental rest, right? Like, or even when you're not working, you're still working, right? Because you have this, if I'm being non-productive, then I'm not. We have to, and I guess um illness has taught me that I'm so fucking productive on the days that I'm productive that I'm still productive when I'm giving my body what it needs. So it might be those 2 minutes,
Absolutely.
2 days, 2 hours, and
Absolutely.
I don't operate when I don't feel well, because then that's also my craft, my artistry, and I don't want to put that in my work.
I feel like I was that same way in school though. Like if my energy was off, I don't want to perform a facial on somebody because that energy transfers. So if I'm off, like I'm sorry, like I don't want to transfer that to you because I just believe in that. Like these energies transfer from one person to the next.
Absolutely.
And they could transfer in a way that wasn't even intended because of my unbalance. And I just don't. That's another thing that I just don't believe in, and it's hard for me because not everybody understands that.
Absolutely.
That's facts. They
Thank
don't have
you.
to. It's your shit, is what Free said.
Thank you.
So I just wanted to go ahead into the second part of the question. What have you learned, Monique?
So I always tell people you learn stuff by reading books, whatever the case, but you don't know nothing until you know it experientially.
Mm.
I am the most important person in my world, and I am the most I don't even want to use the word powerful. I am the creator of my life for real. Whatever I say, I will have. God ain't looking to see, is she saying something good? Is she saying something bad? The universe ain't, it don't work like that. Faith and fear work the same way. Whatever you're thinking, feeling, and saying is an ask. And it's gonna give you whatever you ask for. So um I've heard that and kind of understood that all my life. But in 22, I have learned it to where I am living on purpose and creating on purpose. Me sitting right here is the result of something out my mouth. I woke up this morning, I was like, why am I in Milwaukee? And I heard, every time I try to leave, something keeps calling me.
Come on. Telling me I need you in my life.
But no, that's it. For real, that's what I learned experientially this year is that.
Just gonna hold that mic away like you don't need it.
What I learned
Thank you.
this year, for real, is that I am the creator of my life and I can make it whatever I want it to be.
Yeah. Okay. So I want to say this as we get ready to. Well, we got like another 15 minutes or so on the show. First of all, I want to thank y'all for sharing and building and growing and learning and just connecting with one another. Make sure y'all exchange. And for those of you that are listening and are chiming in, I appreciate y'all. But I want to say this, okay? Um, and I've been trying to sort out the words I wanted to use. But I think it's important to understand one, that as humans, as people, none are we perfect. Okay. Um, but as aspiring beings, Okay, because we start one way and the goal is to not be the same that we began. You know what I'm saying? At the end of our journey, the goal is to not be the same as we began, as infants as we began. You know what I'm saying? And to become full into ourselves as we transition is the hope. You know what I mean? And with that being the case, that is expected. Like, I just want to say these things, and I know that I'm about to piss some people off, but I don't care because I already said this month y'all gonna get it off. People change, okay? People should change often. You understand what I'm saying? Their ideas, their understandings, their expectations. If you are the same person at 15, excuse me, the same person at 30 that you were at 15, then bless your life. You understand what I'm saying? Same person at 40 that you were at 30, bless your life. You understand what I'm saying? Because the truth of the matter is every day I am different. Every day I come into a consciousness. I don't care how much fucked up shit I've done over the years. Now, let me just say this out loud. I believe in consequences. I believe in repercussions of behavior. I believe in being subject to change, idea. And if I do something that is outside of moral structure, social acceptance, you already know I'm not above the law. I believe in the 1-2 flip flops. That is me. Okay. But what I will say this also very intently, and people change. And the person that I was, I don't need to be out at the club all night. I toured for enough time that I don't need to be in a place where I'm constantly worried about what I got on and I gotta look some kind. I don't give two fucks about this outfit. That's just I've done that already. I'm not judging you for caring. I don't care that you need to primp yourself before you go somewhere. Do that. Be that. Just watch your face when you look at me and be frustrated because I have not, you know what I'm saying, come into alignment with what you think I should or should not be doing. People change or be to who you want me to be. I'm going to be who I was created to be, and that is my goal. And that may not align with what your original thoughts were. That may not align it with what your hopes were for me. And I'm talking about as a parent, as a friend, as a lover, as a sister, whatever the case may be. As a child, I thought my mama was, shame on you. Your mama's a whole woman, a regular person, and she got feelings and thoughts and ideas and needs and wants, all these things that come along with that. And we have to remember that if I don't, you're gonna judge me for the stuff that I've done yesterday, but don't judge you for the things that you did an hour ago. Let's not. Let's not. Now, don't get me wrong. Do I draw lines of morality? Yes, I do. If the vibe that you kicking off and your energy is drawing negativity to you and I opt to not stand under your umbrella, hey, that's you don't got to like me, fam. Have all that shit over there, Joe. That's on you. You understand what I'm saying? I believe in morality. I always have. I believe in walking in a space where respect is earned just as well as it is assumed until you don't deserve it anymore. You understand what I'm saying? And I think that as women, particularly because I can't talk about the brothers and they ain't here to defend themselves today. But as women, we don't afford enough grace. Because the truth of the matter is, as you heal, you change. When you get better, when you gain an understanding, the person that you were before, you don't be you. It's not possible to be that person anymore. And for everyone that look at your girlfriends and be like, she be acting funny, she act like she can't blah 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 no more. I remember when you was good. I'm glad you remember those things. And I'm not judging you for still being in that space. Be that. I don't have to though. And respect me in that space. If you say you love me, leave me to be who I am. You know what I'm saying? Understand and respect it. That don't mean I don't gotta see you. We can't hang out. We can't talk. We can't grow. We can't build. It might mean that we've grown apart. it doesn't change the love that I have for you. It doesn't change the fact that I honor you for being with me through those times before. You know what I'm saying? I'm just somebody different now. It happens. And I'm saying that so we understand that when you are 20 and then you are 30 and then you are 40 and then you are 50, and here we are in an abundance of all these decades in this room. Do you understand what I'm saying? You are not the same. We are not the same. Don't expect that. I don't care if we the same age. We grow at different rates. We mature in different areas of our lives. Respect that. Honor that. Understand that. Don't turn your nose up all the time at your sister. You can be quiet. I get quiet quick. I get quiet. If you are in a space and doing shit that I ain't riding with, I'm not finna shun you, but you feel embarrassed because I'm quiet. That's not my fault. You feel some kind of way because I'm not picking you apart as you would in this stage do me if the shoe were on the other foot. You feel some kind of way. I don't think I'm above you. You feel that I think. Understand what that looks like and just be all right with it. Because do you really want to lose out on the love that you say is genuine? Is it, or was it never any of that at all? Is it, or because people fall out of love all the time? And have you transitioned into a different space with me? Is that okay? It's okay. You know, but let's honor each other for our differences. Let's respect those spaces and those new boundaries that we are setting as we are getting older. You know what I'm saying? Let's appreciate the differences. If you knew your girl was a primetime hoe and she's out here living her best life now, trying to keep her shit together, not sleeping with every Jim and John and doing with her thing because she chose to value herself because somebody pushed a button or she had an experience that woke her up to love herself in a different way, you gonna talk shit about her because she learned a lesson? She finally got it. Let's not do that. Let's be okay with her not wanting to do that. Let's be okay with encouraging. And if she backslide, then fuck it. Let her backslide. That's her journey, not yours. Be available in the same capacity without the judgment, or I'm going to be handed out motherfucking robes and gavels for the rest of my life. Just come on down here. You know what I'm saying? And people look at me all the time and be like, I mean, just because I didn't do it the way you would do it, you don't got to do it the way that I do it. I don't have to agree with you. I don't have to agree with you. Do however you want to do it. That you gonna find out in about 10, 15 minutes. That's some ugly ass shit. It's gonna go bad for you. But it ain't for me to tell you. I try to, especially if you strong headed and you do, well, have it, fam. I'm gonna be right here. I see you on the way. When you done, I'm gonna be right here. You know what I'm saying? And then you feel some kind of way. Not me. Don't assume that don't project your guilt, your shame onto me. Don't assume that I'm misjudging you, that I'm treating you in some kind of capacity. That's how you feel. And if you are really, honestly, if you want to be completely thugged out, 100% honest about that, if you second guessing them shits, why the fuck is you doing it? Why? Don't do it then. It don't even make no sense. You just out here, just out, and you don't even like it. Like you just doing it. You don't like the way it feel or nothing. You just doing it. That's so retarded. But who am I to tell you? I'm gonna sit right here and be like, oh, do we need band-aids or what we need, fam? If I got to use 9/11, I'm gonna beat your ass with them saying, but nonetheless, you get where I'm going. Be that, and then allow me to be that, and then it'd be so much more we can do. And as we are growing as a society, as of women, not a society collective, but a society of women, like that's changing. People understand, like I had to catch myself. I don't call my friends bitch. I don't be like bitch to my friends because I believe you are what you eat. You ingest that. If I'm feeding that to you constantly, then that's the mindset that's gonna come into your life, into yourself. And I don't want to be a part of giving you that mindset. You get what I'm saying? I don't call women queens. And people be like, oh, queen. I be like, baby, do you want that job? Because a queen it's a monstrous job. Do you want it? It's a thing. Do you understand that, princess? Do you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. But understand what these words are. Understand what these words are. When you labeling yourself queen, the word sister, look it up, fam. Look it up. I don't call everybody sis. I don't call everybody fam. I don't call like I don't cause those like the power of words as a lover of words. It's a thing, man. It's a thing. Those words are almost as important as your name. My name is Patrice, and I have labeled you sis. My name is Patrice, and I have labeled you something. I've named you something. What does it mean to be that? What does it mean to become that what I've labeled you? Not to other people, but in my life, how I see you in my vision. You get what I'm saying? Sis to me ain't sis to somebody else. You get what I'm saying? Bruh to me is not bruh to somebody else. That's probably your boo. Or so you think. We're gonna talk about that next week though. We're gonna talk about that next week though. Being the sister friend. Being the sister friend. We're gonna talk about that next week. And we talk about that today. I wanted to talk about, you know what I'm saying, letting go, understanding, letting go of who we were, letting go of all the things, being able to share messages, to grow, to build, to let go of one another, to let go of the ideas of what we thought such and such was. You get what I'm saying? And here we are sitting over here, a span of decades. Bree, you in your 20s? See what I'm saying? We out here. Like this is the 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s in this building. You get what I'm saying? Sitting here listening to one another, growing with one another, learning from one another. You get what I'm saying? Because the truth of the matter is that lesson goes both ways. None of us are too old or too far along to learn something new. That's why I said, what advice do you have for people that may not have gotten it yet? You might have a word or two. Come on, give it to me one time. You understand what I'm saying? Take chances. What? Take the risk. That's a powerful. You have no idea how big that is. That is major. Do you get what I'm saying?
I would have even acknowledged it if, like, okay, so I'm 33 today, and like seriously, just a year ago, my mom said, "I don't want you to move back up here. I feel like you are your happiest self. I finally see you happy. You're following what you want to do." And I don't think that I would have even still be here. I probably would have thrown in that towel and said, you know what, mom and dad said I could just come home because it's that easy, right? But it's not. Like, to hear that from the one woman that you were like, she moves me, she inspires me, she raised 10 kids, got 2 degrees. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
Come
like,
on now. Come on, huh?
To hear that from her, like, I was like, ain't no going back home. Like, to hear it from my own mom say, like, I see that you finally found happiness in your life. There's no turning back.
That's a beautiful thing. Shout out to JustPatrice Swazzer for hanging out with us. In other words, fuck what you think. You so stupid. JustPatrice also said, man, let me see this is. She said, I shall need y'all I shall needed y'all when I lived in Milwaukee, but I'm glad I have access to the wisdom y'all be bringing. I'm so glad I was led this way, and glad to have you join us too. And I'm sure, I think this is Kiva to facts, because those words mean something to me, and it may not be, but if whoever you are, Facebook user, that's so funny to me. For the one time, we appreciate that. I think you have to get permission. It's a whole thing. We'll talk about it later. As we get ready to head up out of here, shout out to my homegirl, Bree Lovely. Braced by Brianna over there, hair by Bree, getting it in, throwing a little magical, little something over there with them master braids. We got a master esthetician in the making in the building. Shout out to baby girl Wish celebrating her 33rd birthday. Happened to chime through and step with us. Happy birthday, baby girl.
Thank you
Way
again.
to kick off your season. Look at her. She's sitting over there glowing. Look at the free bird is definitely in the building. Shout out to Chef Ada Rollins for hanging out, sliding through. Shout out to Pamela Young of Custom Prints and Designs by Pamela in the building. And then my homegirl Mo Rima is in the building. What's the Mo? I'm saying she know my product is good. It's not better than I do. I'm just trying to say that. I'm saying she do this. Cold. Shout out to KRS Hair and Wax Studio, Balance Cocktail Lounge, and of course, Calm Wellness Services at 832 East Locust Street for having us and allowing us to utilize their space for this amazing topic and conversation. They say happy birthday, baby girl.
Thank you.
The conversation that we will be here for our final week of celebration next Monday from 1 to 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. We'll make the link available in the special chat. If you'd like to join the conversation, let me know, and I'll see about getting you in as best way I can. If you are in the city of Milwaukee and like to come down, I want to have like a little soiree or something on the last Monday. So if you guys are free, you're welcome to come back down here next week Monday and see if I can get the other ladies that have been here thus far, along with some other folks, to come in, and we're gonna sit down and enjoy ourselves. We'll be on air, then we'll be off air for about another hour. But it's means to be able to celebrate and have a good time. Keep said it's me. See, I was right. It's me. I don't know why you censoring thick little me. I'm not censoring you. It's a Facebook user. It's a Facebook user. Keep it a little thick. Yeah. Mm-hmm. How about we'll talk about it off air before I say it online. And I need some potato salad free. Okay. I want to say that online too. So it's recorded. What holiday? The holiday that I don't celebrate. When is that? When is that? That's what I'm saying. Why I gotta wait? We'll talk off of air. Off of air. I don't even know. That ain't just what we talk about. I'm waiting for the holiday. What holiday? Today is Monday. I mean, we gotta have a holiday to
You're right.
potato salad.
I will make some potato
Gotta have a
salad.
special occasion for potato salad now. Who do? Never mind. I made my mama some cabbage before I left. But we get ready to get out of here. Let's get some clothes out for you. Got to close for me like 30 seconds. Ready and go.
I love y'all. Thank y'all for listening to me. It's really, really genuine when you are heard. Thank you for sharing this time with me. Thank you for having me. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you for loving me.
Indeed. Mo Rima, what you got, baby? 30 seconds. Ready, go.
Light, love, and power. Thanks for having me.
Light,
It was the fluke I came up in here, but I'm glad that I did.
you tried it. That's okay.
Yes,
Thanks.
love.
And baby girl Wish, what you got?
Thank you for all the birthday wishes. Thank you for having me. And lastly, take chances.
Indeed, take care. Bree, you got a word before we get out of here? I know you over here doing magic. You out here creating magic. You got a good word. Bree said she got a word for y'all. She out here floating. Come on, what you say, Bree?
I just want to say, even though I was kind of in the background listening, literally everything that you said today is like going on in my life, letting go. I'm at that stage right now, and this was definitely something that I needed. So I feel like being at the right place at the right time is definitely true, and it's been wonderful.
Look at that. Well, because you happen to be in here and getting that good word. Until next week, y'all just know I'm just saying we down here next week, Monday, 1 to 4 p.m. We're going to have this great good time. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to blowradio.com for having me and allowing me to be on the show. 10 years plus live with JustPatrice. Welcome to Monday, baby. We in this biatch. Don't do it. But until next week, I holla.
Adiós míos, papi. No puedo dejar de sentir una especial de manera de usted.
You already know.
Sometimes it's hard to explain how you feel when your troubles are weighing you down. And it's hard to accept that the world has your back when you cry and there's no one around. But it's okay, girl, to take a day, girl, to relax your mind. I know your pain, girl. Trust when I say, girl, that tomorrow is gonna be alright. Breathe just breathe. Nobody said it'd be easy. You're working hard to take care of your babies. And the way the world's set up, even when your man gives up, you got to keep it moving on. So it's okay, girl. Take a day, girl, to regroup and to relax your mind. I know your pain, girl. Trust when I say, girl, that tomorrow is gonna be alright. Just breathe. Just breathe. Just breathe. Then lay your troubles down. When you're tired of all the drama, makes me wanna holler, yeah. I know you're tired of stressing with the world on your shoulders. Breathe in, breathe out, let it go. I know you're tired of stressing. I know, yeah. Breathe in, breathe out, let it go. Let it go. I know you're tired of let it go. Let it go. Let it go. I know you're tired of stressing. The world on your shoulders. Breathe in, let it go. I know you're tired of stressing. The world on your shoulders. Breathe in, let it go. 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 Just breathe. Just